In those situations, the next man has to step up and be ready to play. When your number's called, you got to be ready to go, Kesty.
Thank you, George. And you mentioned Franz will be out. They think about 4 weeks. Orlando's going to play a game in Berlin, Germany in the middle of January, of course, the home of the Wagner brothers. Mo Wagner, who we saw working out
you
a
think
lot
they'll
here
be healthy
today.
for that game?
I believe they'll be healthy for Germany, and they certainly hope to have Franz back for that game. Our first semifinal starting lineups, the Knicks at 17-7 on the season. They're the 3 seed out of the Eastern Conference Emirates NBA Cup, and they will go with Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges in the backcourt as Brunson leads this team in scoring at 28.3 points per game, leads them in assists at 6.3. Josh Hart, OG Anunoby on that front line with Karl Anthony Towns in the middle. Cat averaging 22 points and second in the NBA at 12 rebounds per game. The Magic, without Franz Wagner, been playing a 3-guard lineup, and those guards are Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, and Anthony Black. Desmond Bane, 19 points per game, but he had 37, tying a season high in the quarterfinal win over Miami. The frontline, Paolo Banchero and Wendell Carter Jr. in the middle.
How about Doris and Cass? This is the 4th time these teams have played each other already this year. And in the second game, we've got 2 teams that have yet to play, and they're going to play 3 times in 13 days.
Gotta love the scheduling quirks of the Emirates NBA Cup coming in. Orlando won the first 2 meetings against the Knicks. Knicks won at Madison Square Garden on Sunday, in which the Magic were held to a season-low 38% field goal shooting. We're just about set for our first semi. Knicks in those white home uniforms, New York across the chest in orange. I'm told, we saw Spike Lee. Not I'm told Spike Lee is here. We saw Spike Lee.
Was talking to Spike about his trip to the Vatican and the Villanova Pope.
And a lot of Villanova action for the Knicks, including Jalen Brunson. Orlando in the pinstripe black uniforms, Magic across the chest, going to our right of the Knicks. OG Anunoby, spinning free throw line jumpers and miss, and Bane clears the rebound. Desmond Bane into the front court, passing over to Jalen Suggs, has a screen from Banchero, takes Anunoby down to the mid-post, puts it up and in. Jalen Suggs averaging 15 points per game, was on a minutes restriction early in the season, but he's a full go now. Anunoby with it. 2-0 in favor of Orlando. Karl Anthony Towns palming the ball on the perimeter, looking to pass. Bounce pass to Bridges on the cut, flips it up and in.
Really nice look, and the Knicks are doing a good job distributing the ball. Their assist number is very impressive.
Desmond Bane will start the offense from the left wing. Dribble handoff to Anthony Black, the third-year man from Arkansas. Pass to Bane, short roll to Carter for the slam.
He catches the ball at the free throw line. He's in motion. Defense is reacting a step slow. The little soft bounce pass right to the big, to the cup.
You can sense both these offenses in a really good groove entering this game here in Las Vegas, neutral site. Here's Brunson, a pull-up 3. Off the back iron, long offensive rebound, Hart. They go down to Karl Anthony Towns, who faces up. 15-foot fade is good for Towns.
You know, that's not an accident. It was a long rebound, but Mike Brown really has them chasing down those offensive boards.
4-4, Knicks and Magic just settling in Vegas. Suggs, elbow jumper, good.
Suggs' offensive game has come a long way. He's a tenacious defender, but when he scores, it elevates an Orlando team that's really trying to elevate their offensive performance.
Has scored at least 20 points, 3 of the last 4. Here's Brunson on a blow-by, beating Banchero to the rim.
How about he's Mr. First Quarter now, Kesty?
That's a good point. He's been scoring in double figures in the first quarter this year. Over on a pass in the corner to Carter. His 3 is good, and the big man can shoot it.
Failure to contain Bane off the bounce means you get beat. Rotation is there, and he delivers the ball on time and on target.
Timeout. Wendell Carter, 41% from 3 this year. That 3 puts Orlando up 9-6 as the Magic have had a perfect start from the field, 4 for 4 to open the game. Timeout. Here in Las Vegas, 9:53 to go first quarter. Magic 9 and the Knicks 6, and you're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup semis on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT. Get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, QUO.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada?
Yes, please. Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/streaming and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/streaming.
Running out of time to find the perfect gift? Aura Frames makes it look like you planned it all along. Preload photos, add a message, and send it ready to display. A personal gift they'll love. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frame using promo code SCORE. Don't forget to mention ESPN streaming at checkout. Now go win the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
We'll go back inside of T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Our first semifinal, 9:53 to go, first quarter. Orlando 9, the Knicks 6. George Sedano, Orlando a perfect 4 for 4 from the field. You're behind the Knicks bench.
Kesty, Mike Brown was livid. He bypassed his coaches, went straight to the bench, and told his guys they are bringing no level of physicality to this game. He said, we can't ease our way into this particular contest. You can't just bounce off of screens. You got to play with a level of force, Kesty.
How about Desmond Bain? 3 assists on the 4 field goals already for the Magic.
Jalen Suggs 2 for 2, Doris, and Wendell Carter Jr. 2 for 2.
Listen, they've beaten the Knicks easily off the bounce. There's been slow rotations. You have to come with a level of intensity on the defensive end. I know you're scoring 121 points a game. You got to play both sides.
Here we go. Knicks out of the timeout, going from our left to right. Mikal Bridges getting a high screen from Cat, now sends it to Towns on top. Carter guarding. Brunson walled him off. A switch defense as Cat now working against the smaller Suggs, and it knocked away, but the ball ends up in the hands of Anunoby right at the cup for the basket.
Look what I found. He lost the ball and ended up he gets an assist on the play, Karl Anthony Towns.
9-8, Magic a 1-point lead. Orlando with the ball on the left wing. Bain loops it into the mid-post to Black. Anthony Black banging in the post, turns on Brunson. Ball got rejected, saved by Orlando, and an offensive foul on Bain. It doesn't like the call. Charge taken by whom? Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, but give Josh Hart tremendous credit for coming over and sinking on a post-up against Jalen Brunson. Black trying to take advantage of his size. Josh makes the defensive play.
Josh Hart makes so many of those type of plays, winning plays.
Well, in his 9 starts this year, he's averaging 16 points, 9 rebounds, and almost 6 assists per game. Hart initiating the offense, gives it to Towns on top against Carter. Pitches the ball down to the baseline. Saving it is Mikal Bridges, 4 to shoot. Bridges on the perimeter with a right-hand dribble to Brunson. Less than a second. Shoots the 3. Missed it. Offensive board and fouled. Karl Anthony Towns couldn't finish at the rim, but he'll go to the line for 2.
We're seeing it already. The Knicks working hard on the glass. It's a real problem when you play this team. Everybody talks about Mitchell Robinson as well. They should. Probably the best offensive rebounder in the league. But everybody participates. They crash from the wings. They crash from the weak side. They do an excellent job. If you go to sleep when they miss a shot, they're going to hurt you.
Second in the league in second chance points, over 18 a game. And Jamal Mosley looks at the young Anthony Black, puts his arms up and box out, young fella, box out.
Exactly right.
It's still a learning experience for this Orlando team who have back-to-back division titles, even though they were a 500 club last year at 41-41, back-to-back seasons knocked out in round one of the playoffs.
Well, they were just decimated with injuries last year, and really they've struggled now. Doris talked about Franz Wagner being out as Cat makes his second free throw, but Jalen Suggs missed 5 games already. Paolo Banchero's missed 10. This team has not been whole.
And Wagner's going to be out for a month. Both free throws made by Towns, 10-9 Knicks. Ball tipped away by Hart, and it goes out of bounds against Orlando. Another defensive play.
Pick and roll. They try to get the switch with Brunson checking Paolo. Josh Hart refuses to let that happen, PJ.
It's amazing the plays that he makes. He's hard to keep off the floor, and he is the ultimate winner on that team.
Knicks with a 1-point lead in the ball. Brunson trying to cross over Carter. Now pulls at the free throw line, and all net for Brunson.
Been some mismatches. Orlando switching an awful lot of dribble handoffs and pick and rolls, and there's some tough matchups.
Out of the timeout, it's been all Knicks as Mikal Bridges nearly picked the pocket of Suggs. Suggs has it, approaching the elbow. Passes off to Banchero, 360 spin move baseline. Outside to Suggs with 5 to shoot. Suggs dribbles, pulls back, Bridges all over him, ducks under. Uses the window and scores, Jalen Suggs. That was some action by Jalen Suggs there, and now he's beaten defensively by Brunson. Knicks pass out. OG with a 3 from the right wing.
Yeah, but you called it, Kesty. The initial dribble penetration, that's what opened it up. They couldn't rotate quickly enough.
Suggs pulls for 3, missed it wide right. Long rebound that might have went off the Towns body and out of bounds. It did. It'll be Orlando ball.
Distinctly different level of intensity and attention to detail by the New York Knicks. More physicality, more ball containment, every aspect from that timeout forward where George told us Mike was so upset.
Yeah, good job by the Knicks.
Good wake-up call.
Yes, indeed. A late afternoon start in Las Vegas, 15-11 New York, and Orlando catches the Knicks sleeping on a high-low pass down to Suggs.
Banchero, how about the passing for Orlando?
First assist for Banchero. Bane, as you pointed out, has 3. Suggs has 8 in the first quarter. Orlando down 2. Jalen Brunson works the dribble on the left, has the big man Wendell Carter on him, bounces it down low in the post to Cat, and a foul before he turned to take a shot. That was Banchero defending down below, and the foul on Paolo.
You see Wendell Carter was checking Brunson. Brunson looked like he wanted to attack, but then he saw the numbers of Karl Anthony Towns on a post-up. Anytime a big shows you both numbers, big wide base, get him the ball.
Get it to him. Inbounds from the far left side into Josh Hart. 7 minutes to go, first quarter. Knicks a 2-point lead. Pass right side, Bridges drives, attacks. Passes on the opposite wing. Anunoby, corner 3 is a miss, and Carter clears the rebound. Outlet Suggs. Suggs between the legs, back pass to Banchero. He's dribbling, cross-court pass. Suggs catch and shoot off the make. Missed it that time. Long rebound, Bridges has it. Down floor, accelerating OG. Ooh, and he went down hard. Hopefully he's all right.
He took a misstep there.
Yeah,
right? He's getting
trip.
up. I tell you what.
Scary.
He looks fine. OG's missed a bunch of games. We talked about all the players that have missed games. OG just back from missing 9 games.
And when he's sprinting in transition, because of the hamstring issues, because of some of the lower extremity things he's dealt with, that kind of misstep scares you. He's trying to make a heck of a catch, almost like a receiver in the end zone. Boy, that's scary.
He still has that sleeve on the left.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. He's moving a little gingerly right there. He's not limping, but he doesn't look totally comfortable.
And he just got hit by with a foul as he was trying to get through some screening action on top. Anunoby picks up his first and looks like he's going to head to the bench as we'll have our first substitution. Gershon Yabusele getting set to check in for the Knicks.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see whether Anthony Gonaga, Nick Trainer, goes over to OG and takes a look.
Right now he's moving okay as he heads down the bench. Orlando will inbound from the far right side, trailing 15-13, 6.5 to go, first quarter. Desmond Bane has it on the left, picked up by Yabusele. Bane steps back, shoots a 3 on its way, and good. Wow, what a start for Bane.
He makes the right read, PJ. Yabusele not going to guard out there.
Exactly. The last week, Desmond Bane is looking like the Desmond Bane we know so well from Memphis. Took a little while for him to adjust in Orlando.
Orlando's got the 1-point lead. Mikal Bridges with the ball, baseline left, trying to back down Suggs. Turns, shoots over him, and scores.
Well, that's his sweet spot. I mean, he likes that fadeaway jump shot. And with Suggs, that little separation, plenty of size.
Both teams shooting north of 63% early. Whoa, long lefty swooping layup off the glass for Desmond Bane.
Mike Brown talked to us about that yesterday, how Orlando loves to get you on their back, and that's what Desmond Bane just did to his defender.
What a great pace to start the game. Here's a lob for Towns on the run, down the lane, grabs and puts it through the cylinder.
One notable difference in New York. Mikal Bridges allowed to make more plays under Mike Brown.
19-18 New York. 5.5 left first quarter. 67% shooting or better for both.
He's playing better this year, Mikal Bridges. He's much more comfortable so far.
Got a Knicks foul on the perimeter. Looks like Karl Anthony Towns got called on Anthony Black, who was working on that side. That's an interesting set as well, as you have a new head coach in Mike Brown here, and even leaning on some of the old Knicks principles and trying to mix and match.
I love that he's trying to take some pressure off of Jalen Brunson. You think back, and obviously Tom Thibodeau is one heck of a coach, but they ran a steady diet of pick and roll. It was Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson. If you get Jalen off the ball a little bit, a less cumulative impact perhaps late in the season.
Yeah, Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges are much more of an offensive factor so far this year.
Got a couple of substitutions for Orlando. Jonathan Isaac, Jet Howard in the lineup. Here's Anthony Black, elbow jumper missed. Tap by Isaac, won't go. Yabusele has the rebound. Mikal Bridges also went to the bench. Jordan Clarkson on the floor for the Knicks, former sixth man of the year. Knicks with it. Brunson from the right. Against Howard, now doubled. Shot partially blocked by Black, and Orlando comes away with it.
Nice help by Anthony Black.
Suggs down the other end against Clarkson. Euro steps, uses the window on a tough one and puts it in. He's got 10 in the first quarter. Orlando with a 20-19 lead. 4:45 to go. Here's Brunson beating Black. Got the whistle. Big continuation. Puts it up and in, and a chance for three.
To me, that's a young foul. Right? Jalen Brunson read right away that Orlando was not back. They were not locked in. They didn't pick up right away. And he just attacks. And then Anthony Black, I'm not sure what the young man was thinking. He puts two hands on Jalen's back. You were beat initially. Don't give up the N1.
Second foul on Anthony Black as well here with 4:44 to go in the first quarter.
There's been a lot of good offense in the game so far, but I'm tempted to say defense optional so far.
Knicks come in winners of 4 straight, 8 of their last 9. Jalen Brunson at the line trying to complete the three-point play, and does in his first 3 games against Orlando this year. 31, 33, and 30 points, and he's got 7 here in the first. 22-20, Knicks, 4:40 left, first quarter from Las Vegas. Suggs into the front court for Orlando to our left, lopes it for Carter, back to Suggs, using Carter in the two-man game. Suggs gets a no-look pass down low to Isaac for the slam.
Jalen Suggs looks like a man in command of an offense right now. Really comfortable and aggressive as a scorer. Uses that to leverage his passing right there.
Ties the game at 22. Jonathan Isaac, a New York City native. Brunson. Shot might have been affected by the defensive Howard on the perimeter. It was wide left. Orlando looking to take the lead. Black Euros down the lane. Puts it up with a scoop and scores. Anthony Black giving Orlando the 24-22 edge. Under 4 minutes to go in the half. Here's a floater from Clarkson that's good for his first 2.
Yeah, Clarkson and Yabusele I thought were both good pickups, but they haven't really settled in yet.
How about this pace as a three-pointer from Jonathan Isaac. Hugs the rim and goes down after, I think that was Jalen Suggs who attacked aggressively on offense before passing out.
DB and I will just chill, Kesty. Why don't you just take all this offense? We're okay.
We're going to set a second tank of oxygen on for us here. 27-24 Orlando. Yabusele terminates the dribble, defending, gets rid of it to Hart. 8 to shoot, a deep 3 for Hart, no good, circles the rim and rebounded by the Magic. Orlando up 3 into the front court. Anthony Black slows down Mitchell Robinson in the game, the big man defending on the perimeter. Back outside to Black, shoots a 3, missed it front rim. A loose ball foul against the Knicks on that rebound attempt from Jonathan Isaac. Wow, what a pace we just had in the last 2 minutes of real-time action between the Knicks and the Magic. Fellas on Yabusele, that'll be his first.
Right now, they're headed somewhere between 150 and 200 points. So I would think it's going to slow down at some point.
Seems like an everyday occurrence. We're getting into the 130s. Didn't Detroit put up 140?
142, I think.
And nobody scored more than 17 for the Pistons. And a remarkable evening for the Eastern Conference leading Detroit Pistons, who are 2.5 games in front of the Knicks in the Eastern Conference. Orlando out of bounds. Jet Howard takes it, shoots it, hits a three.
Howard checks in. They immediately run a weak side little down pin screen, and he makes good use of it.
Largest lead for the Magic, up 6. Mikal Bridges back in, spins, fades, fires, missed. Mitchell Robinson offensive board. Outside to Clarkson on the right perimeter. Dribbles twice, defended tightly by Howard. Takes him to the baseline, leaves it for Robinson at the cup for the monster jam.
Well, it's fitting that he gets the points. He got the offensive rebound that caused it.
Mitchell Robinson, been dealing with all kinds of injury the last couple of years, gets the Knicks within 4. 2.5 to go, first quarter. Jalen Suggs, 10 points working. Pass deflected high in the air. Carter able to grab it for the Magic. Outside, Tristan De Silva's first shot's a miss from 3, and a rebound by Mitchell Robinson.
Excellent. He communicated in the pick and roll. Then he goes to challenge a shot. Then he gets a defensive rebound. Excellent defensive possession.
Here's Clarkson driving. Right before his feet hit the deck coming down off the jump. Got fouled, missed the shot. Will go to the free throw line, and that'll give us all a chance here to grab a breath as we go to timeout. 2:05 to go. First quarter from Las Vegas. The Orlando Magic, top seed in the East in the Emirates NBA Cup, and a 30-26 lead over the New York Knicks. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
If you're the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, you know having a trusted partner makes all the difference. That's why, hands down, you count on Grainger for auto reordering. With on-time restocks, your team will have the cut-resistant gloves they need at the start of their shift. And you can end your day knowing they've got safety well in hand. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Okay, guys, maybe we've had a few holiday gift fumbles in the past. I've been there. You've been there. We've all been there. Well, not this year. I've teamed up with the Books Company to bring you the holiday gift that hits every time. The Books Flower Subscription. Modern bouquets delivered fresh every month. And with my promo code Canty, you'll save 25%. Books flowers are fresh cut from the best farms, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. Some are even grown on the side of a volcano. Think about that. No guessing sizes, no wrapping disasters. Just set it and forget it. She gets the bouquet monthly. You'll get all the credit. This is the best husband life hack that scores extra points every time. Starting at $48 plus free shipping, you can skip, cancel, or pause at any time. This is your no-stress guaranteed win. Go to Books.com and use my promo code Canty to get 25% off your first order. Go to Books.com, promo code Canty. That's BOUQS.com, promo code Canty.
From the Grainger Studios, some gym basketball. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Don't forget to log on to that NBA on ESPN Radio on X to vote in the AutoZone in the Zone poll question. Who is going to get in the zone for tonight's Game 2, Spurs and Thunder? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, your choices on the OKC end. De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle on the San Antonio end. In the Zone brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. It's a 30-26 Magic advantage with 2:05 left in a fast-paced opening quarter. We go back to Las Vegas with George, Doris, PJ, and Kesty.
All right, Jim, thanks a lot. And it is a quick pace because the 9th Magic player of the quarter, Goga Batadze, is about to check in.
Yeah, I tell you what's really strange, too, we talked about how much better the Knicks are shooting the three than Orlando. Right now, Orlando's 4 for 8 from the three-point line. The Knicks are 1 for 6. The Knicks shoot almost 8 more threes a game and make 4 more a game. So that's really a surprise to see Orlando leading in that category.
It's impressive to me as Jalen Suggs start to this basketball game. They are 8 for 10 as a team in the paint. He's 4 for 4 in the paint, balancing the three-point shooting. PJ just mentioned Kesty. So they can sustain both the inside-out offense. Obviously, that bodes well for a team that is looking. It knows it simply must. To compete in the East, it must take a step forward on the offensive end.
As Jordan Clarkson goes to the line, it's a lot of credit to Orlando because we know Franz Wagner is out for at least the next month as Clarkson misses on the first. And Paolo Banchero hasn't even taken a shot today, but that's how much to the next step they've taken without their big two.
Yeah, I tell you, these other players, a lot of teams around the league, I give them credit. We've had more than our share of injuries, and you've got players stepping up and taking advantage of the opportunity. And you know, if you can sustain it, we talked about what a good job San Antonio had done so far playing without Wemby. That just makes you better when you finally get whole.
Clarkson missed both free throws, an 80% shooter, and now a foul off the ball as Orlando was setting up. And we have 10 Orlando Magic who played in the first quarter because Tyus Jones is now in the game. Fouls on Mikal Bridges.
Jordan Clarkson's just not comfortable yet. There's no question it's going to happen, but I really thought he and Yabusele were excellent pickups for New York. And so far they haven't played as well as they've played prior to coming to New York.
The inbound, first shot of the afternoon. Banchero missed a three, an offensive rebound. Batadze for Orlando. Nice bounce pass to a cutting Bane who goes reverse layup and scores.
Now that's Bane's activity, and we've seen that when he's had the ball and when he's been off the ball. That's just a solid baseline cut.
Huge pickup for the Orlando Magic, getting Bane from Memphis. Jalen Brunson penetrating against Tyus Jones, now shoots over him and scores. He doesn't often get players that are his size defending him, shot right over him.
No, exactly. And Memphis didn't exactly give them Desmond Bane.
I was going to mention
they
what they gave up.
Back.
4 first-round picks as Banchero gets his first points on a foul line jumper. Orlando leads by 6.
And KCP also.
Yes. 34-28 Orlando. Minute to go. First quarter here in Vegas. Brunson, step back 20-footer, all cord for Jalen Brunson, who's feeling it once again. 13 in the first quarter.
Really hard dribble into a very large step back.
Correct myself, 11 in the first quarter. Bane missing a corner three. Da Silva nearly had the offensive rebound, lost it. Bridges has it baseline, starts the break. Clarkson in the front court, Knicks down 4. Jump stop, double team. Now ball knocked away, turned it over. Down floor for the running Banchero. Receives the pass and scores it.
Tyus Jones with the look ahead, never even bounced it. He saw Paolo Banchero, threw it about 60 feet.
Jordan Clarkson dribbles into traffic. He's got size in front of him, picks up his dribble, and he was in jail.
Orlando matching its largest lead, up 6. We're in the final 23 seconds of the first quarter. Brunson sends it right side. Bridges loops it into the corner. Anunoby, left baseline, pass on top. Clarkson 2 to shoot. Contested 3, no good. Mitchell Robinson 3 taps, and on the 4th has the offensive rebound. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Anunoby up top. Contested 3 is good. Robinson kept it alive for that triple.
Here's the difference. They're number 2 in second chance points.
2 seconds to go in the quarter. Banchero contested 3 misses, and that's the end of one, Doris. 36-33 Orlando.
Mitchell Robinson, PJ said he's probably the best offensive rebounder. He is right now on a per-minute basis at a historic pace for offensive rebounding. He's impossible to keep off the glass.
We've got at least 8 quarters tonight. We like this one, right? 8 lead changes, 6 ties in the first quarter.
If you like offense and you like good ball movement, very nice passing, and a bunch of offensive rebounds, 13 offensive boards, between the two teams.
Both teams shooting north of 60%, and it's the Magic after one. 36-33 over the Knicks. This is the Emirates NBA Cup semis on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, QUO.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Jim Baskell from our Granger Studios. It's the Spurs with Wemby back and the Thunder in our nightcap. OKC off to a 24-1 start. Their coach, Mark Daigneault, on how his team tried to improve from winning a title last year.
A lot of it was offensively, and a lot of it's just like learning, number one, what attacks you're going to need in the biggest games of the season, how teams are going to continue to try to play us. And then number two, you kind of learn that there's certain things offensively that are relevant in those games and certain things that aren't. And continuing to try to build a system that's relevance can scale into the biggest games if you earn the opportunity to be in them.
And these two teams, by the way, the now and future of the league. New York shot 61% in the opening quarter. Orlando 62%. It's equated to a 36-33 Magic lead on to the second quarter in Las Vegas with George Sedano, Doris Burke, PJ Carlesimo, and Mark Kestisher.
All right, Jim, and Jalen Brunson and Jalen Suggs, the Star Watch. Those are your two guys in double figures through one quarter. 11 for Brunson, 10 for Suggs. Both teams shot north of 60%. And here we go for the second quarter. Tyler Kolek is on the floor for the Knicks, defending right now. Banchero at the top against Anunoby. Crossover dribble, spins to the free throw line, kicks it out with 6 to De Silva, who drives in, and the German missing the shot at the rim. Hart flies in and grabs the rebound. Josh Hart will bring it up floor. Now Euros down the lane, looks to pitch it out, came down awkwardly, threw it late, and threw it out of bounds. Anunoby couldn't save it on the near side. Hart thought he was fouled.
Yeah, Tristan De Silva, I thought, did a good job picking Josh up. He got caught in the air. It was 17 rebounds in the first quarter. 9 and 8, that was it. Most of the shots went through.
Two starters for Orlando on the floor right now. Desmond Bane, Paolo Banchero, De Silva, Tyus Jones, Goga Batadze, rounding out the Orlando 5 on the floor. Jones brings it up, leaves for Banchero. First minute of play. Paolo squares, shoots a 3, misses it. He's off target tonight. De Silva nearly saved it on the baseline, but lost it out to the Knicks.
Tyler Kolek getting minutes. PJ's touched on this. No Landry Shamet, no Miles McBride. Young man has played pretty solid basketball. Judicious with his shots, low turnovers. That's what you want.
Knicks have Hart, Anunoby, Towns, Bridges, and Kolek on the floor. Hart has it on top against De Silva. Now lobs it into Cat. Double comes on the post. Outside Bridges. Steps back. Takes the 3. Missed it. He was off rhythm that time. Rebounded by Orlando.
He was off rhythm because the pass was a poor pass. He had to reach to catch it.
Bane penetrates. Kicks it out to Banchero. Now to De Silva. He's got a bit of a bandage between the eyes on the forehead. He'll shoot the 3 and miss it. Hart the rebound, but fouled as he went down. I should notice it better. I don't recall the bandage being on the forehead of De Silva at the start of the game. Did he have it the entire game?
He did. He had it pregame.
Shame on me then.
Boy, no, we couldn't see during warm-up. So all the Prime had 800 people standing in front of us on the court.
It only took me 12 minutes of game action to notice. 36-33 Orlando, 90 seconds into our second quarter. Bridges gets a high screen from Towns. Pass to Kolek, second-year guard for Marquette. Outside they go. Anunoby works into the post, steps back, shoots, and hits as he hits the deck.
So spacing a big part of New York's offense with Jalen Brunson off the floor. You have 5-out, one-on-one opportunity for OG. He makes them pay.
OG, second nick in double figures. They're down 2. Here's a shot from Bane, missed. Towns the rebound, quick outlet Kolek. Down floor to Hart. Hart, Euros, puts it up, puts it in. Knicks take the lead. And a steal by Bridges right on the top under the baseline. He scores it, and a quick timeout called by Jamal Mosley.
Really nice play. Sloppy offense by Orlando. I tell you what, we're so used to seeing the ball go through that it's been you don't see that much transition. There was a miss. They got a transition layup, and then Kolek came up with a good play.
9-0 run by the New York Knicks, who have the lead 39-36, but 9:58 to go, second quarter. You're listening to the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
Quick break. Let's talk pizza. You want to bring restaurant quality pizza home this football season? Get Frigidaire's stone-baked pizza oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes. Right from your kitchen and ready before halftime. Perfect for watch parties or just upgrading pizza night without the delivery delay. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Running out of time to find the perfect gift? Aura Frames makes it look like you planned it all along. Preload photos, add a message, and send it ready to display. A personal gift they'll love. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frame using promo code SCORE. Don't forget to mention ESPN streaming at checkout. Now go win the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
I like things my way. My coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vyvgart Hytrulo prefilled syringe, which contains Efgartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VyvgartMyWay.com. That's VYVGART MyWay.com. And talk to your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo. Brought to you by Argenix.
This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
9:58 to go, second quarter from T-Mobile Arena. First of two, we've got the reigning champion Oklahoma City Thunder against the San Antonio Spurs. Coming up a little bit later tonight, Victor Wembanyama making his return for San Antonio. Alongside PJ Carlissimo, Doris Burke, I'm Mark Kestisher, George Sedano with us as well. Now it's Jamal Mosley's turn to try to change some momentum. 9 straight Knick points.
Sloppy defense there. Tyler Kolek walked into that steal and it was an easy bucket for Bridges. But the bigger concern is they're not making shots. Orlando started out 0 for 4. The Knicks are making theirs. They're 3 for 4, but it's on Desmond Bane and Paolo Banchero, and Paolo so far has not looked comfortable. They got to carry this unit right now, Bane and Banchero.
Well, the 62% shooting in the first quarter for Orlando, the best first quarter of the season, but 0 for 4, as PJ pointed out, to start the second. Orlando's got it out of the break. Bane will shift it over to Banchero. Out on top of the arc, steps in, terminates the dribble. Bridges now gets on him defensively, and he gives it up. Bane has it with 5 to shoot. Desmond baseball pass down to the baseline and threw it away in between two offensive players. Turnover magic.
Looked like New York might have changed their defense right there.
I got to give New York credit. I wasn't sure what they were in either because I was surprised it was not OG Anunoby guarding Paolo Banchero, which has been the matchup.
Kolek sends it out to Hart. Catch and shoot 3, missing on the left. Rebound Orlando. Down 3 here with 9 minutes to go in the half. Banchero fading elbow jumper. Another miss for Paolo, who's 2 for 6 to open the game. Hart accelerates coast to coast, takes it to the rack and scores it.
Their offense, when he rakes and takes off the window and goes to score, is so productive. He is such a dangerous full-court guy.
He has transformed the Knicks in the last 9 games as a member of the starting unit.
Orlando's 0 for 6 to start this quarter.
Banchero nearly got picked, tried to get through a double team in the post and got fouled. Josh Hart picks up his first personal foul, side out of bounds to Orlando.
I love the matchup when it's OG Anunoby guarding Paolo Banchero. You got 2 big, strong, athletic players going at each other.
OG usually looks like some of the strongest, but Paolo, ever since he came into the league, even as a freshman, has one and done at Duke, looked huge.
Well, Paolo's aren't even. People forget, when Paolo was a freshman at O'Day High School, which is where Mitch Johnson went, by the way.
In Seattle, that's right.
He was a football quarterback, and a lot of people thought he made a mistake when he went to basketball. So much for that mistake.
Here's Banchero turning and getting fouled in the post. Ball went careening out of bounds.
And I like that, Mark, because your young star is struggling with his jump shot, right? He's not made a 3. It's been the weakest aspect of his offensive arsenal. So you put him in a little post-up situation. I know he's playing against a physical defender, but at 6'10", 250 plus, this guy's going to make something good happen in the post.
Foul on Josh Hart was his second. Banchero's first free throw is all net. Neon lime green sneakers for Mr. Banchero right now. Those things could light up Vegas on their own. Mitchell Robinson getting set to check in for the Knicks. He was a factor in the first quarter with his offensive rebounding. Bridges heads out. And we know Karl Anthony Towns loves this scenario, too. He likes coming to the 4 position, to the power forward, and let Mitchell do the dirty work down low.
Exactly right. Both these teams are good for Jinx Paolo now, but both of them are top 10 free throw shooting teams.
Paolo splits the pair. He's got 7 points. Orlando within 3. 41-38, New York. Winner will play in the championship game Tuesday night here in Vegas. Kolek on the drive, turns, goes to the left hand and puts it in.
He has to play smart, mistake-free basketball. Very opportunistic one-on-one, gets to his strong hand.
6'2" in his second year. Didn't see a ton of action in the NBA last year. Step back, Suggs missing short off the front rim from 3. Kolek has it down to the other end of the floor. Leaves it for Hart on the left wing with 8:15 to go in the half. Hart dribbles, turns, squares, and hits on a 14-footer. Josh Hart doing it on both ends of the floor. He's up to 6 points. Knicks now have a 7-point lead, their largest of the afternoon. Here's Banchero spinning down the lane and scoring.
Yeah, he likes the matchup better. Mitchell Robinson is a good defender, but not guarding Paolo off the dribble.
That ends 7 straight misses by the Magic. They're back within 5. Karl Anthony Towns contested corner 3 goes. Wow, he had no vision there.
That's ridiculous. Paolo was draped in his jersey. I don't know how he saw the cup.
48-40 Knicks with an 8-point lead, their biggest. 7.5 to go first half. Pass to Bane, looks to answer with a 3, missed it. Nobody under the basket for the Magic and rebounded by Hart. Josh Hart takes it into the front court, gives to Towns for a topside 3, missed that one, and Suggs has the Orlando rebound. Magic bring it up right to left. Suggs already at the 3-point line. To Bane, back to Suggs. He's open. He'll take it, and he'll make it. And a quick timeout called by Mike Brown there.
I don't think they're playing as well as they're capable of playing yet, but I'm really liking the Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane backcourt for Orlando.
Suggs with 13, Bane with 7, 20 of the Magic 43. But as we go to timeout, it is a 5-point lead for New York. Knicks 48, Magic 43 with 7:12 to go in the half. This is the Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here, wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
If you're the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, you know having a trusted partner makes all the difference. That's why, hands down, you count on Grainger for auto reordering. With on-time restocks, your team will have the cut-resistant gloves they need at the start of their shift. And you can end your day knowing they've got safety well in hand. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, guys, maybe we've had a few holiday gift fumbles in the past. I've been there. You've been there. We've all been there. Well, not this year. I've teamed up with the Bouqs Company to bring you the holiday gift that hits every time. The Bouqs Flower Subscription. Modern bouquets delivered fresh every month. And with my promo code CANTY, you'll save 25%. Bouqs flowers are fresh cut from the best farms, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. Some are even grown on the side of a volcano. Think about that. No guessing sizes, no wrapping disasters. Just set it and forget it. She gets the bouquet monthly. You'll get all the credit. This is the best husband life hack that scores extra points every time. Starting at $48 plus free shipping, you can skip, cancel, or pause at any time. This is your no-stress guaranteed win. Go to Bouqs.com and use my promo code CANTY to get 25% off your first order. Go to Bouqs.com, promo code CANTY. That's BOUQS.com, promo code CANTY.
Jim Basketball from our Grainger Studios. Game 2 in this semifinals from Las Vegas offers a terrific matchup. Victor Wembanyama back for the Spurs against the 24-1 Thunder. Keep this in mind. Without him, they're 9-3, San Antonio. With him, 8-4. But you can bet they want him back, the Aaron Fox.
I think guys are ready to play. Obviously, you know, we've been missing Vic, and we want Vic back, but I do think we've been playing well. And I think what he does, we want him to obviously come out here and continue to be himself, but he just adds to what we've been doing, and I think he makes us better on both ends of the court.
I think there's no doubt about that. 15-7 second quarter for the Knicks has them up 48-43, 7-12 left in the opening half. We go back to Las Vegas with George Sedano, Doris Burke, PJ Carlissimo, and Mark Kestisher.
All right, we appreciate it, Jim. And the one number that can't be refuted for San Antonio is their defense numbers are so much better with Victor. Such a different presence at the rim. We'll have that in our second game. And now off the inbounds was knocked out of bounds. Anthony Black looked over to the bench and said, let's challenge that, but the Orlando Magic will not. Knicks will inbound backcourt with a 5-point lead, 7:09 to go first half. Tyler Kolek getting good run at the point guard position here in the second quarter. Dribbles inside the arc, a high looping pass to Towns up high, and now to Brunson, who's the off-ball guard on the right. Bounces it to Cat outside the mid-post right, banging against the smaller defender, and is fouled in the mid-post that time by Jet Howard. And it'll be side out of bounds. Karl Anthony Towns thought he had gathered and was in the shot, but no dice.
Jet Howard is giving up some size in the post, was bringing a level of absurd physicality, and then got upset when he got called for the rake across the arm.
He fouled him 4 times before they called it.
He thought there were 0 of those 4, but there was 1. Inbound to Brunson, 10 to shoot. Works it around the top, now penetrates near the free throw line. Got the foul, got off a quality shot off balance, missed it, but he'll try to earn it at the free throw line. Free throws light so far in the game. We were talking during the break, PJ, that Paolo Banchero, those were the only 2 free throws for Orlando. I'd mistakenly said he had split. He made both. This is only the 6th and 7th free throws for the Knicks.
They didn't shoot a free throw in the first quarter. Orlando Magic. A bit of Michigan flavor here. You got 2 Wagners and Jet Howard. And then you got Jace Richardson. There's 3 Michigan and 1 Michigan State on this team.
The first free throw is made by Brunson and Jace Richardson. Jason's son played his first 2 years of high school ball here in Las Vegas at Bishop Gorman, one of the outstanding sports high schools in this area.
Yeah, not just in basketball, also in football. They're a power in football also.
So Nick's playing double big here with Robinson and Towns. You have a smaller backcourt with Kolek and Brunson, but I like these minutes where Jalen's getting off the ball. Just take him off for, stretches to release the burden. More catch and shoot, less pick and roll.
Brunson hits the free throws, a 20-7 Knicks run here.
I was anxious to look at the minutes. They're not that different. The Knicks guys are still playing pretty big minutes.
Suggs receives the pass, a three that's an air ball from the left. Karl Anthony Towns nearly had it, but the double pig. Robinson grabbed it for the Knicks. 2 chances for that board. Knicks have it. Brunson now at the point, trying to get around Jed Howard. Now has him on his back, drives down the post, flips it up with the left hand, missed it, never got the rim, goes outside to Towns, 6 to shoot. Karl Anthony sees a seam, took it to the rack, couldn't finish, and a foul that Jonathan Isaac down there, who looks to be in a bit of pain, trying to defend, end up on the deck, committed the personal.
I mean, Karl Anthony Towns drove that basketball with very bad intentions, folks. He was a step beyond the top of the key. It was one bounce going right into the chest of the defender. PJ, that's what you call taking it strong.
He took it strong, but I'll tell you what, I like Isaac going right into him. I was looking to see, he didn't quite get his chest in front of him, so there wasn't verticality. But I like Jonathan Isaac not backing down. Kesty lost in that shuffle. Guess who got the offensive rebound to get it out to Karl Anthony Towns?
That's another Mr. Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Who is in the final year of his 4-year contract, but has always been important at that end of the floor. As Karl Anthony Towns misses the first of 2, the third Knicks miss at the free throw line. Amazon Prime, who is broadcasting this on television, had a good graphic. I'll steal 131 total rebounds. Most of them are offensive rebounds.
Oh, my goodness. He's so much better of an offensive rebounder.
Cat's second free throw is good. He's the third Knick in double figures.
Who's that prime guy? I see Stan Van Gundy and D. Wade. Who's that guy with them?
Is that Mr. Iron Eagle? There's an eagle somewhere. Here's Carter. I thought it was a deflected ball by Mitchell Robinson. They called a foul on the Knicks center.
No, I think it was just a block, but he was standing out of bounds.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It was a heck of a rear view contest.
Yeah, he got beat, and he came from behind and blocked the shot. Really good defensive play.
Good call, out of bounds. It'll be Orlando basketball on the baseline. Inbound to Howard. Shoots it and hits a three. Andy Daniels was late getting the arm up, but he said he was behind the line.
Excellent screen by Carter. Made that defender change their angle. That allowed the shot to get off.
Orlando within 5. Kolek drives and kicks outside to Brunson. Brunson against Anthony Black. Steps in, squares, puts it up and in. He's so tough with that off-balance move that he creates.
Fred Astaire. Nobody's got better footwork than Jalen Brunson.
53-46. 5:30 to go here in the half. Black penetrates, kicks to Isaac. Left corner three is a miss. All Knicks under the basket. Mitchell Robinson has it. Outlet to Brunson, front court. 5:20 left in the half. Crosses over on Howard, who tripped him, tried to get the right leg out in front of Brunson, and a personal foul against Orlando. Jed Howard, I have him for 3 personal fouls here in the first half. That is 3. 5:18 to go.
Yeah, he's getting his money's worth.
Last couple have been against Jalen Brunson, who's just taken the young man to school. You never mess with Jalen Brunson. You don't speed him up. You don't force him to spots on the floor that he doesn't want to get to.
I'm sure Jet's saying, hey, there's a lot of good players in the Big Ten, but my father never had me guard anybody like this guy. I didn't have to guard Jalen Brunson.
Dad, Juwan Howard, of course, 2-time NBA champ, was 5 years head coach at Michigan, including his son. And now Jed Howard with the 3 fouls heads out. So does Jonathan Isaac as starters. Paolo Banchero and Desmond Bain both re-enter.
You know who's given the Knicks very good minutes? Tyler Kolek.
Yes.
He's done a nice job. He's been effective. He's passed the ball well. He's got 3 or 4 assists. Made his only basket. He's done a nice job.
And you guys pointed it out earlier, getting a lot of those minutes with Miles McBride being out with injury.
No Deuce and no Landry Shamet. That means minutes for Tyler Kolek.
Brunson hits the free throws. He's up to 16 points. Knicks lead by 8, 54-46. 5:10 to go in the half. Off-ball foul against the Knicks as Banchero was looking to make his move. was Wendell Carter Jr., who got knocked off his block, and the foul is on Kolek, his first.
Somehow I don't think Tyler Kolek can move Wendell Carter that far. Wendell may have embellished a little bit.
First foul on Kolek. Inbound from the right side, Bain into Suggs. Dribbles back toward half court with Tyler Kolek defending. Gets a screen, and now Suggs drives right by Robinson into Anunoby and scores.
He attacked and split what was a tandem defense. Kolek just got blown by.
And he took the hit when he was up in the air and still made the shot.
Knicks lead down to 6. Brunson working magic against Suggs. Throws it up. Gets the roll off the rim and glass and in.
Offbeat cadence. Quick shot by Jalen Brunson.
And a soft, feathery touch as well. 56-48. Brunson's got 18. Whistle and a foul on a falling away three-point attempt. I believe that was a three-point attempt by Suggs.
I don't think they're going to give him a shot. Jamal Mosley is trying to sell it. Actually, Sean Corbin made the call, not Andy Nagy. I'm telling you, I'm not saying 82 nights a year, but there's a good 70 when it looks like Jalen Brunson can score anytime he wants to in the game. And he has games when maybe he's defended or he's missing shots, but he's got some games he looks unstoppable.
Fourth team foul on the Knicks. The inbound comes inside to Black, who works his way around Brunson. A wild shot up off the glass, out of bounds. They'll say Mitchell Robinson was last to touch.
You can see they're trying to attack Jalen Brunson in the post. It's the second time Black has tried to post him. It's the second time Jalen Brunson is saying, fella, not tonight.
Inbounds pass down inside. Banchero could not hang on to it, lost it out of bounds as he was being ridden down the post, and it'll be Knicks basketball.
Paolo's just shaking his head. It's been one of those afternoons so far for him.
Brunson head of steam into the lane against Bain, puts it up and in. 20 points first half for Jalen Brunson. Down floor, Suggs. They're quickening the pace, and Suggs scores with a left-hand layup.
As DB called it, Suggs went right at JB in transition.
That's 17 for Suggs. Great matchup here early in the half. Fouled, shot up Brunson, soft feathery touch, nearly went. He ends up on the deck and will shoot two.
He's on a little bit of a Brunson burner now. He has found his rhythm, and because he's found his rhythm, he's attacking aggressively. He's picking his spots in this half. You know, we talked about it. He has been one of the best first quarter scorers. He had a solid first quarter, but all of a sudden, the second half of this second quarter, that young man is percolating.
11 first quarter points for Jalen Brunson. 9 so far here in the second. 2 free throws coming. 4:04 to go in our first half.
Kesty, looks like he dipped the back of his shoes in orange paint. The rest of the shoe is white, but the back looks like it's dipped in orange paint.
That's a good point. It's got that kind of circus peanut orange. It's like a soft, faded orange as he missed the first free throw.
Are those the Kobe Sixes you were talking to him about yesterday? I was going to say,
Sixes.
I don't recognize Kobe Sixes.
They've got the Statue of Liberty colors as Brunson splits the pair to make it a 9-point lead for the Knicks, which is that copper and turquoise that just came out and told us yesterday you can't find them anywhere. 59-50 Knicks. 4 minutes to go in the half. Around the high screen, Banchero passes left side. Suggs, a long three on its way, and good for Jalen Suggs.
Boy, what a half. And that's the vast improvement in his game. It's the consistent shooting from three. He's taken a step.
20 points for Jalen Suggs. The Jalen's going at it. Tete-a-tete, 21 for Brunson. Passes off to Hart. 3 from the left. Rolls off, no good. Rebounded by Black. Anthony Black into the front court. Now double team. Coughed it up, got it knocked away. Knicks with the takeaway. Here's Hart. Bounce pass beautifully to Bridges, who scores the lay-in on a thread-the-needle pass from Josh Hart. 61-53 Knicks. 3:15 to go in the half. Suggs on top, getting a screen from Carter. Moves to his right, gets free, shoots a 3, missed it. Mitchell Robinson rebounds.
A little bit of a heat check there. That's a tough shot.
Anunoby's front court cuts to his left down the middle. He's doubled, stopped ball. They wanted a tied possession better for Orlando. They just took it away. Down court, Suggs aggressively hit by Brunson. Hard foul. Suggs ended up on the deck. Brunson just kind of eyeing him as he walked back toward the free throw line.
I think he was saying, hey.
He's actually said, I think, are you okay?
Yeah, because he hit him pretty good.
Yep.
And Suggs just looks at him and puts his thumb up to say, yep, all good. Because you know what? Suggs is one of the more physical defenders in the league. He sees a good hard foul. He knows what that is.
And he just almost went back-to-back right through Jalen Brunson in transition. So, the last place you want to be, it's not like LeBron James coming at you, but Jalen Suggs, full speed in transition, is a handful.
He's another high school football player with a big-time reputation.
From Minnesota, Minneapolis, as Suggs hits the first of two. You can't underscore how many injuries you've already talked about with Banchero and Wagner. Suggs missed the last 3.5 months of last season.
Exactly. I'm going back to Minnesota with you. Minnehaha.
Minnehaha.
We have Mr. Suggs, and Mr. Holmgren, and Paige Beckers.
Oh, there you go.
How's that for a trio?
That's impressive.
Can I just say one thing? You two, with your color descriptions, I don't think I've ever worked with two gentlemen.
We haven't gotten to the periwinkle yet. I don't even know what color that is over there. Anthony Black sneakers. Free throw is good by Suggs. 61-55. Knicks lead down to 6. They've led by as many as 10. New York with it. 2:45 left in the half. Brunson dribbling, 21 points working. They get it to Karl Anthony Towns on the three-point line. Ball overhead, looking to pass. Finds Brunson, 5 to shoot. Dribbles, goes to his left, now turns, puts up the shot. Soft roll does not fall in. Rebounded by Black.
Good defense by Desmond Bain.
Down floor, Suggs nearly tripped. Passed out to Banchero. Cross-court pass to Carter. Dribbles in. Two-pointer missed and rebounded by Hart.
Hart has done a nice job in his minutes rebounding the basketball in the second quarter.
2:10 to go in the half. Karl Anthony Towns through traffic, fouled, shot off the side of the backboard. He went down to the deck, and he'll get to the line as his teammates lift him up.
Tough call there. I would love to see that replay. I didn't know whether Wendell Carter actually fouled him or not. Wendell didn't think he did, but Karl Anthony had his head and shoulder past him. DB, I know you remember very well. Our boss, Pete Saccone, says we need to paint a good picture on the radio. So
got to get your color palette out.
Testy and I have the palettes ready.
I feel like I'm listening to the 64 box of Crayola.
You and Sean Kelly didn't talk colors in Boston the other day? As Karl Anthony Towns hits the first of two. It's great to have you along. We had an opportunity to call 4 NBA finals together. I think Doris and PJ may have lost me, but I can carry us here right now as Towns at the free throw line, 62-55. Knicks the lead, 2:10 to go here in this first half. Towns at the line, hits the first and the second. He's got a dozen, and it's an 8-point lead for New York.
Kest, I'm going to just talk. I can hear myself. I can't hear you especially
2:05 to go
well.
here in the second quarter. Bain driving in traffic, high off the glass and in as he gave up the body, ended up going across the end line and scores it.
He's so physically strong, and once he gets past you head and shoulders, he's going to get the right angle with that left hand.
63-57 New York, minute 50 to go here in this first half. Hart with it up high, looking for Brunson. Finds him as he got lost in the Orlando defense. Grabbed it at the rim and scored. 23 first half points for Jalen Brunson.
Villanova backdoor. Find the cutter.
90 seconds to go in our first half. 65-57 Knicks. Bain has it up top. Bain turns into a double team. Finds an open Banchero. Wide open three on its way. Missed it. Towns with one right arm available. Rebounded. And outletted to Anunoby. Down floor to Mikal Bridges for the score.
Missed corner three into a sprint dead layup for the New York Knicks. Paolo is standing there. He's got all the time and space in the world. You don't make that shot. That's a great look into a layup on the other end. That's the tough one to take. Bain made the right read on that drive.
Foul against the Knicks on Karl Anthony Towns, and they're over the limit. That'll put Wendell Carter at the line.
Mike Brown talked to us yesterday about Karl Anthony Towns staying away from these kind of careless fouls that he's got. Unfortunately, a bad habit. He puts himself in foul trouble way more than he should, and it really hurts the Knicks.
Second foul on Karl Anthony Towns, and Wendell Carter at the free throw line hits the first of two. 67-58. Knicks lead Orlando. 1:08 to go, second quarter from Las Vegas. Just the start of our Saturday afternoon into evening with OKC and San Antonio to come. Second free throw good by Carter.
Only 68 seconds, but Orlando would do well to close this gap a little bit in this final minute.
Knicks already have 67 on the board, 67-59. New York, Brunson with 23 working. Now ducks under, tough shot, up, no good. Rebound, middle of the lane. Orlando grabs it. Desmond Bane with it. Bane passes off to Brunson and a foul against Orlando.
What have you noticed Orlando do in the last several minutes? They are now downhill attacking in transition. They are just Jalen Suggs has done it. Desmond Bane has done it. They are going straight at the New York Knicks defenders.
Desmond, that's the second time he did he did as good a job as you could do. He stayed in front of Jalen Brunson. He didn't go for the pump fake, so Jalen missed the shot. That got the break going. But how strong are these two guys? Jalen Suggs, you don't think of him as being a big, strong, physical guy, but he is. Desmond Bane is unquestionably a big, strong guard.
I think this team has potential. I mean, you touched on it, PJ. They've missed an awful lot of games of key personnel. They now have to try to win and string together wins in the East without Franz Wagner. When they're whole, I can't wait to see what they can present in the East.
Yeah, they started out 1-4.
Good point.
They've got themselves right in the mix.
First, both free throws good by Desmond Bane, who's got 11 points. Orlando within 6. Final 40 seconds. The clock just stopped. I don't know if the officials see that. And then Brunson just scored after it restarted. 37 seconds to go in the half. Brunson's got 25 in the half. Here's Suggs acrobatically scoring on an up and under reverse layup and one opportunity.
Yeah, but he's grabbing his left groin area. But it's another case, right? Knicks score. He doesn't care. Dead sprint. Knicks are jogging back. Nobody's looking at the ball, and he just goes 94 feet right to the rack.
DB, you made a good point. He looks like he's in a little bit of pain, and there's no question what Orlando's best offense is. It's Jalen Suggs in transition. Puts his head down and just attacks the rim.
And this would be very frustrating. He was grabbing his... DB pointed out kind of that left groin area. He's now bent over at the free throw line as he made the slow walk there in the midst of his best first half this season, 24 points. And that's been the MO, unfortunately, for Orlando here the last couple of years. Been injuries to their stars, specifically Banchero, injured for the second time this year, and also Suggs, and also Franz Wagner.
And Karl-Anthony Towns, to PJ's point, is just third foul. And is that on him completely? No, it is not. That's just poor defensive transition after a made bucket. But that's exactly what exasperates a coach.
Number 2 foul is the one that put him in a hole, and now he goes into the halftime with 3.
Suggs hits the free throws. He is clearly less than 100%. 25 points for Suggs. His career high for points in any half. 69-64. Knicks lead is 5. About 8 seconds difference on the second quarter clock and the shot clock, which dips to 5. Brunson with it. Pass. Baseline drive. Anunoby goes high up in the air. Can't finish. Jumps up and taps it in.
Paulo Banchero went to sleep, and OG just blew right by him.
5 seconds to go in the half. Down 7 Orlando. Bane penetrates. Robinson swats. Ball knocked away. No whistle. And that's going to do it for the first half. We'll keep our eye on Jalen Suggs, who's right in front of us and is barely able to walk here. He's definitely got an issue with that left groin, and he just had a 25-point first half, guys, to match Jalen Brunson's 25.
The body language is not great right now because his shoulders are down, his head is down, he looks somewhat dejected, and maybe the most important thing is, you're right, his gait is awful as he tries to walk back.
And New York stayed at that 60% field goal percent that they did in the first quarter. Orlando was unable to match it. Paulo Banchero's got to get going, and they need a little more from their bench, the Orlando Magic.
38-point second quarter for the Knicks, who lead it at halftime here in Vegas, 71-64 over Orlando. Let's go to Jim Basquill in the studio with the AutoZone halftime report.
All right, Kesty, thanks so much. That Suggs injury, a huge blow to a Magic team that doesn't have Franz Wagner already. Magic only team to hold the Knicks to under 110 points in 2 occasions this season, but New York on pace for 142 on this night. The NBA halftime show on ESPN Radio is presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Coming up next in the AutoZone halftime report, we'll hear from the reigning NBA MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, in advance of tonight's game against the Spurs on the importance of winning games in the regular season at this a record pace. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, QUO.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Jim Baskell back on the AutoZone halftime report where the Knicks just put up 38 points in the second quarter. It's equated to a 71-64 halftime lead. Game 2, Spurs and Thunder from Las Vegas. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 20-plus points in 96 straight games, second longest streak all time. First player in league history to come off a season in which he averaged 30 points a game, 55% shooting, 45% from three. And again, 0 minutes in the fourth quarter in 13 of their 25 games this season. The reigning league and finals MVP joined our Doris Burke, PJ Corlissimo, and Mark Kestisher.
Shai, it almost sounds ridiculous to say, but I'll utter the words 24-1. I mean, it's just, are we serious about this? What's this been like, this little run to start the season, this really nice run?
Yeah, it's been fun. Winning is always fun, no matter the form of it, no matter what it looks like. And that's our goal as a team, like win the days is what we call it, whether it's the recovery days in between the games, whether it's the game day. Always take the necessary steps to put yourself in the best situation to win. And we've done that so far this season, and that's why we had a pretty nice start.
It's hard to imagine when you've accomplished all the things individually that you've accomplished. Are you jealous of guys that get to play in the fourth quarter?
Not at all. Not one bit, actually, to be honest. Usually I sit because we're winning and we're going to win no matter what. So that's always fun. And then honestly, after going through the whole playoff run, understanding how much that takes physically was a big eye-opener for me. And I think these minutes that I can steal throughout the season and really, I guess, tack them on the end of the season when the games matter the most will be very beneficial. So I don't even trip on it.
Please don't give Chip England credit, but was there any focus in the offseason about three-point shooting, or is that an area you say, go back, I'm looking and I can't figure it out, back in whatever year that was, you shot almost 420 the one year. Is that something you have focused on or are working on, or it's just evolving?
Yeah, I think I'm just becoming more comfortable as a basketball player. I think once you get to a certain point where you understand how to shoot it properly mechanically and you get a certain amount of reps, it just becomes mental, and it becomes, are you taking the good ones? And it becomes, are you willing to shoot through the bad nights and through the misses and the makes and the ups and downs? And I think I'm just continuing to grow in that aspect as my career goes on. I didn't do anything spectacular. I think continue to grow and continue to understand the mental aspect of the game.
You mentioned what the run to the championship required physically, mentally, emotionally. I'm just curious what impact the adversity faced, the 2 7-game series, the losses that were unexpected, all of the hard moments where it was hanging in the balance. What impact did those moments have on this group?
Yeah, I think they showed us who we are when our back's against the wall. And I think that's how you find out who people are in life. When their back's against the wall, they show you. And we responded very well. It definitely added some grays to my hair, just the stress levels. Never been that stressed playing basketball before, but I would do it all over again. It was so fun. And it honestly just made myself a better player and us a better team going through those experiences and having to play through that.
He's averaging 32.6 points per game this season, continuing to be dominant league-wide. Coming up next in the AutoZone Halftime Report, first half recap where the Knicks took control in the second quarter. You're listening to the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Running out of time to find the perfect gift? Aura Frames makes it look like you planned it all along. Preload photos, add a message, and send it ready to display. A personal gift they'll love. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frame using promo code SCORE. Don't forget to mention ESPN streaming at checkout. Now go win the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada? Yes, please.
Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/streaming and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/streaming.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Quick break. Want to make a big play on your next paint project? Go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer. Only at the Home Depot. With over 1,000 colors, exceptional hide, and advanced stain blocking, Behr Marquee is built to stand up to real life. No do-overs, no wasted weekends, just bold color and a finish that holds strong. One coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One Coat Hide Collection.
This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
OG second Nick in double figures. They're down 2. Here's a shot from Bain, missed. Towns the rebound. Quick outlet, Cola. Down floor to Hart. Hart Euros. Puts it up. Puts it in. Knicks take the lead. And a steal by Bridges right at the top under the baseline. He scores it. And a quick timeout called by Jamal Mosley.
Jim Basketball back on the AutoZone Halftime Report. Part of a 9-0 run early second quarter. 38-point quarter, 71-point half. It's equated to a 7-point lead halfway through for the New York Knicks. Coming up next in the AutoZone Halftime Report, it's the second half from Las Vegas with the Knicks up 7. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
I like things my way. My coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the VivGuard Hytrulo prefilled syringe, which contains Efgartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VivGuardMyWay.com. That's VYVGART myway.com. And talk to your doctor about VivGuard Hytrulo. Brought to you by Argenix.
Okay, guys, maybe we've had a few holiday gift fumbles in the past. I've been there. You've been there. We've all been there. Well, not this year. I've teamed up with the Books Company to bring you the holiday gift that hits every time. The Books Flower Subscription. Modern bouquets delivered fresh every month. And with my promo code Canty, you'll save 25%. Books flowers are fresh cut from the best farms, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. Some are even grown on the side of a volcano. Think about that. No guessing sizes, no wrapping disasters. Just set it and forget it. She gets the bouquet monthly. You'll get all the credit. This is the best husband life hack that scores extra points every time. Starting at $48 plus free shipping, you can skip, cancel, or pause at any time. This is your no-stress guaranteed win. Go to Books.com and use my promo code Canty to get 25% off your first order. Go to Books.com, promo code Canty. That's BOUQS.com, promo code Canty.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo crisps.
Touchdown, baby! What? Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Too much on your list this season? Get 50% off your first 6 months of payroll at gusto.com/small business. Gusto saves you 2 days every month on payroll, taxes, and compliance. So you can go from making payroll to making gingerbread houses, checking your books to decking the halls, spreadsheets to snow angels. Switch before the end of the year and there's no need to transfer payroll history. Now that's a reason to be merry. Choose a future with Gusto and get more time for what matters. For a limited time, get 50% off your first 6 months at gusto.com/small business.
Which teams are making moves and which teams need to just flat out move? Your Saturday means I'm locked in and ready for First Take right here, Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN.
Football Sunday on ESPN Radio.
Sanders gonna run it, still on his feet, still running.
Shedeur, Myles Garrett, and the Cleveland Browns head to Soldier Field to face Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears.
Who takes it in for the Chicago touchdown?
Coverage begins tomorrow at noon Eastern with kickoff at 1 Eastern on ESPN Radio. You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Jim Basketball back on the AutoZone halftime report. Both Jalen's had 25 in the opening half, but Suggs shaken up late. 71-64 Knicks, start of the third quarter. We go back to Las Vegas with George Sedano, Doris Burke, PJ Carlissimo, and Mark Castasher.
And PJ, what are you seeing down there on the Orlando bench?
I'm seeing Jalen Suggs out on the floor. So much for whatever the injury is.
Joel Glass, their great longtime public relations man, came over and said, here's the update I got for you. He's Jalen Suggs, and he will tough it out. But second quarter, the Knicks, tremendous.
They just opened it up. I mean, it's hard to believe they were down 3. They shot 65%. Orlando, 33. They just blew it open. How about 26-10 points in the paint for the Knicks in the second quarter?
Tyler Kolek, an understated 7 minutes, 20 seconds in the second quarter. 4 assists, 0 turnovers, really solid.
Orlando will open with the ball to start this third, attacking the basket to our right. Paolo Banchero off the catch. Now the drive by Cat and puts it in. Banchero had a tough first half. Good start to the
third.
Well,
he missed his threes, but that's still a good sign for Jamal Mosley. Paolo couldn't throw it in the shot it like me. 0 for 4 in the first half from 3.
The third Magic player in double figures, and the Magic get a steal on the perimeter. Desmond Bane comes up with a loose ball. Now he's going to drive right by Josh Hart, but he missed the layup. Karl Anthony Towns has it. Down floor to Brunson. Brunson, the blow-by on Suggs, and scores, and that's a heady play.
Well, these two teams right now, the pace is incredible. And Stan Van Gundy on the way to the break room said, 3 days off for each team, and you can feel it. They look and feel fresh.
It's been a big story in the first half. All the games that have been stacked up. Here's Suggs for Orlando, over to the left side. Bane drives and kicks to the opposite corner. Carter for three, splashes it home.
Wendell Carter is money from the corners. DB, you're exactly right. You know how many possessions there's been with no passes? Whoever gets the ball just dribbles coast to coast.
Orlando within 4 early third quarter, 73-69 Knicks. Mikal Bridges on the drive through the lane against Suggs. Shot missed. Banchero rebounds. Got nobody down floor. Takes it himself 1-on-4. Suggs a little slow getting up floor. Dealt with a apparent left groin issue near the end of the half, and now Banchero gets displaced before the shot as he looked to turn and move down to the baseline. Foul against the Knicks.
If the first 90 seconds look to be an indication, Mr. Banchero looks like he might be a little bit more aggressive and assertive. PJ, you touched on it. Didn't look super comfortable at first.
No, he did not. And but I'll tell you what, Kes, you called him a little bit slow. A nice inbounds pass.
Over the top to Black, who got a second effort. Are they going to say interfered? It is basket interference, so no basket for Black. It was in the cylinder.
Not contradicting you, Kes. He's not a little pain right now, Jalen Suggs. He's hurting.
Yeah.
I'm going to be surprised if they don't get him out shortly.
He's trying, but he's dragging that leg.
Does not look comfortable.
Yeah. Give him effort to get out there. He's still kind of tugging at the left side groin. As Jalen Brunson now being defended by Anthony Black on the perimeter. Gives it up to Hart. The bigger Banchero defending. Puts it on the deck. Drives into the lane. Leans in. Got stripped of the ball. Turnover. Down floor for Anthony Black. And he goes up for the jam. He missed it. Got fouled. But fortunate the ball went off the rim, up and in. And now hopefully Anthony Black is okay as he's down on the floor.
Oh, boy. Desmond Bane just got a technical. I think he was asking Kevin Scott maybe for a flagrant, DB.
I mean, it's possible. Josh Hart felt like he was hammered on the other end, as did Mike Brown. So both sides giving these officials a little bit of the business. It did look on replay here of the prime that he got raked across the arm, Josh Hart. I think what they're thinking here, PJ, is this like the airborne shooter who can't protect himself?
Yes. They're going to shoot the technical first.
That was on Bane, as you pointed out. Technical foul. Karl Anthony Towns will walk to the other end. Just 2 minutes into this third quarter. Knicks 73, Orlando 71. Desmond Bane having a conversation with official Kevin Scott. The call.
It's a one-sided conversation so far, Kes.
It is, because Kevin Scott just looked over to Suggs and said, I don't care. Apparently what the conversation is.
And Desmond Bane said to the official, hey, my bad, that's my bad. I'm trying to protect my player. That's why Bane was heated. I think he felt like Black was in a vulnerable position on the lane when the contact came. Peach, I mean, it didn't look like it was a dangerous attempt by Brunson.
On the replay. It's amazing it went in. He tried to dunk it. It hit the front of the rim, went up in the air, and the top spin brought it back into the basket, but he missed the opportunity for the and one.
Free throw missed by Black. Down on the other end. 3-point lead, Anunoby. The drive on the end line and all the way to the rim for the jam.
I'm telling you, Cass, there have been a ton of one-pass possessions. There's another one. Desmond Bane gets the first pass and goes coast to coast. He gets knocked down. No call.
Out of control, Bane, and he could not score on the other end. Karl Anthony Towns gets in traffic and scores.
I mean, it's amazing to me how many restricted area shots off makes and misses these two teams are. They're just dead sprinting to the cup.
Knicks crushed Orlando. Points in the paint in the first half. 78-71 New York. And they turn Orlando over. OG Anunoby. Pass to the open Brunson. Left corner three on its way. And straight down the well. 30 points for Brunson. Timeout Orlando. 4 straight 30-point games for Jalen Brunson. And the Knicks go up 10.
Jamal Mosley's having a conversation right now with Kevin Scott. And you know the way it started because the first thing he did was turn his microphone off.
He's got about 6 inches on him. His arms are crossed, and he's looking down. And it absolutely looks like anger is pouring off his body despite the stoic position. He is very upset, Jamal Mosley, right now.
They're having a very pointed conversation as we go to break. 8 straight points by the New York Knicks, who lead it by 10. 81-71 over Orlando, and with 9:18 to go third quarter, you're listening to the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semis on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
If you're an HVAC technician and a call comes in, Grainger knows that you need a partner that helps you find the right product, fast and hassle-free. And you know that when the first problem of the day is a clanking blower motor, there's no need to break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product details, you're confident you'll soon have everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sunday on ABC, it's a women's basketball showdown featuring a Lone Star State rivalry.
Always a charged up atmosphere when these two schools meet.
Top 10 scorer Talia Scott and number 13 Baylor.
Talia Scott, she has been red hot.
Take on Madison Booker and number 2 Texas.
She is a dynamite offensive player.
The Sprouts Farmers Market ESPN W Invitational. Number 13 Baylor versus number 2 Texas. Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on ABC and streaming on the ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT or Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, quo.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
81-71, Knicks lead the Magic, 9:18 to go third quarter. From Vegas, we're going to pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the Emirates NBA Cup semis on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Mark Kestisher, PJ Carlosimo, Doris Burke, George Sedano, our entire ESPN Radio crew. The conversations are over for now, and Jalen Suggs is still in the game, bringing it up, not 100%, and a dribble handoff to Banchero comes across the top. 9:08 to go in the third. Banchero dribbles against Hart, pass to Black, 10 to shoot, back to Paolo. Paolo fakes right, goes left, got fouled as he tried to scrape by Hart, and a foul against the Knicks at 9:01 to go in the third.
I was just going to say, Orlando's got to dig their heels in. It's the second time now that the Knicks have had a 10-point lead. It kind of feels like it's slipping away a little bit. And if Jalen Suggs is less than 100%, which to me he clearly is, some other players have got to step up for the Magic.
And the most likely candidate is the man at the free throw line. And it was a catch and go right away. So there is a different level of aggression. But, it looks like he's still shaking off some rust. And let's remember, Orlando played well without Paolo Banchero. And as great as NBA players are, they will almost to a man say, when reinserting yourself into a lineup that is playing good basketball, you try not to mess with the rhythm. So he's got an opportunity here. Gets both free throws. Let's see how aggressive he stays.
Yeah, the same thing with the Spurs tonight with Victor coming back.
Paolo's missed 10 of their 25
That's right. 81-73. Knicks lead it. 8:52 to go in the third. Banchero up to 2 makes. Bridges sends it over to Brunson. He's got 30 points, and we're early in the third quarter. Jalen drives on Banchero. Stops. Pops over the long arm of Paolo. Missed the shot. Tipped in the air by Cat, but controlled by Orlando.
Paolo did a nice job staying in front of Brunson.
Banchero on the offensive side turns his back to the basket, finds Carter at the top, a ball fake and a pass. Banchero checks his feet, shoots the three from the corner, missed it, tapped in the air twice, third time Cat. Knicks are going to come away with the rebound. OG had it popped away, though, and Orlando gets it. Out to Bane, a long three, hits well beyond the arc.
I love the scrappiness of Anthony Black. Looks like OG has a dead set rebound. He goes to cup it. Anthony Black strips it down and creates a possession.
From down 10 to down 5. Knicks with the ball and the lead. 8:04 to go in the third. Anunoby works at the top against Carter. Dribbles between the legs. Now gets to the circle. Puts it up from 20. Missed it. Banchero rebounds. The Orlando comeback continues. Down floor Suggs, a little more pep in his step right now. Passes over to Bain. He'll drive from the left into the lane. Reverse layup's good for Desmond Bain.
Big-time move right there by Desmond Bain.
He's got 16, and that is 7 straight by Orlando, down 3. Hart rises for 3, missed it. Orlando gets it back. Off the rebound, Bain into the front court. Peels off. Up top, Black. 3 straight on. Missed it too long. Brunson the long rebound.
That would have been a quickly evaporated 10-point lead.
7:19 to go here in the third. Brunson works at the top, left side, Anunoby. Bounces it. Ooh, nearly short, but Karl-Anthony Towns has it. Against Carter. Now drives by him. And goes for the right-handed flush.
Telling you, that's a man on a mission on that baseline drive. Little physicality out front, and Carl says, get handsy, I'm going right past you.
5-point lead, corner 3, dropped in that time by Orlando's Anthony Black, and the Magic offense back alive.
It's the Karl-Anthony Towns that the New York fans would like to see a little more of. Aggressive, kind of a nasty Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yeah, great point.
Late whistle at half court. Jalen Brunson got called for an offensive foul. Anthony Black went down. The entire Orlando bench stepped up to say, where's the call? And then about a half beat later, the whistle blew. Against Brunson, his first.
Jalen Brunson's got a smile on his face, but what we call it a wry smile. I don't think he's really laughing.
Third foul on Jalen Brunson. Orlando could tie it or take the lead. Down 2. Banchero drives and ties it, laying it up over Mitchell Robinson.
Well, it's communication from Jalen Brunson that a screen was coming. But Mitchell Robinson in space is not a great defender.
How about some full-court pressure by Orlando there. They wiped out a 10-point deficit on a 12-2 run. Brunson has it at half, and he's being defended tightly by Black.
Whatever Jamal Mosley said at that timeout was pretty effective.
Karl-Anthony Towns with it, sees Carter, now drives against him. 2 big Euro step, puts it up and in, and shows the muscles. 85-83 New York.
They can't contain him off the bounce right now.
Suggs on the right, Suggs on the drive, poked away by Anunoby on the steal. Suggs is down in pain. This is a 5-on-4 the other way. Brunson lofts it up too high for Mitchell Robinson. Suggs is up on the other end after Orlando got the rebound. Banchero finds him. Suggs wide open 3 from the corner. Missed it. Offensive board. Banchero, who puts it up and in to tie the game.
The former football player has stepped up. Paolo Banchero. Jalen Suggs is holding his left, I'm going to say hip. Not the groin area. He's holding his left hip.
Towns missed the 3. Bain on the other end in a blink of an eye scores, and the Magic, once down 10, have taken the lead. Timeout, New York.
And Bain is just going to the cup with bad intentions, and he stopped at half court, and with like a grin on his face and a little bit of like nasty, okay, guys, I am coming at you. What a run. What a tough response from Orlando here.
16-4 run by the Magic. And the smaller of the two, Minnehaha Zags, really looks like he's struggling, but he's still in there.
Timeout here in Vegas. 5:24 to go in the third. Magic 87 and the Knicks 85. This is the Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day. Every day, channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
Running out of time to find the perfect gift? Aura Frames makes it look like you planned it all along. Preload photos, add a message, and send it ready to display. A personal gift they'll love. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frame using promo code SCORE. Don't forget to mention ESPN streaming at checkout. Now go win the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
I like things my way, my coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vyvgart Hytrulo pre-filled syringe, which contains Efgartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VyvgartMyWay.com. That's VYVGART MyWay.com. And talk to your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo. Brought to you by Argenix.
You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
In Las Vegas, Orlando's taking an 87-85 lead over the Knicks. 5:24 to go in the third, and just behind the Knicks huddle, let's check in with George Sedano.
Kesty, I was back there with the Knicks, and Mike Brown, Rick Brunson, and Jalen Brunson approached the officials to talk to them about the level of physicality that Orlando is using against Jalen, to make sure to watch out for that level of physicality, to call more fouls. And in regards to their offense, Mike Brown was basically telling his team, guys, we got to make them work more on defense. We're getting a little too stagnant offensively, Kesty.
Mike Brown made the point to us yesterday, George, excellent reporting, that Orlando was really a physical team, and they had better be ready. So that was in the back of their minds when the game started.
Knicks out of the timeout. Jalen Brunson, 30 points so far here in the semifinal. Guarded by Wendell Carter. Blows by Carter. Left hand high up the window. Missed it. Tipped high in the air. And recovered by Desmond Bane of Orlando. In the midst of a 16-4 Magic run, Bane stops at the three-point line, dribbles, steps back, passes to the free throw line, bounce pass back to Bane, had it swatted out of bounds by Anunoby. Orlando will have it.
So we've seen OG Anunoby strip steal Suggs, make a great defensive play there. But how about this, Kest? 10 for 28 from three is Orlando. They come into the league 29th in percentage of points from three-point. They are flat out putting it to New York tonight in terms of disparity from three-point productivity.
Excellent point, DB. DB, tell me something. Why is OG Anunoby not an all-NBA defender?
It's a great question.
I don't think he has, maybe enough blocks or enough steals. He doesn't have numbers that jump out at you, but he can really defend.
Jed Howard missed a three on the other end. The Knicks shot up by Mikal Bridges, no good, and here comes Orlando the other way. Completely different-looking team. Howard passes to the right, gets it back in the corner against Jalen Brunson. Now turns on him on the baseline drive, off the window and in for Howard.
Boy, Jed Howard playing with a lot of confidence.
And he has not seen a ton of minutes this year, about 10 minutes per game. 89-85, 4-point lead Orlando. OG Anunoby, sidestep three, hits it from the right. Knicks needed that one, only their fifth three so far today. 89-88, Orlando's lead is down to 1. 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Paolo Banchero in charge of the offense right now, dribbles to the right angle. Mitchell Robinson pops out to defend. Now he goes to the top. Robinson too far away. Banchero takes the three, missed it, rebounded by Towns.
0 for 6. That's why Mitchell Robinson was that far away. He'll let him shoot all night till he makes one.
Brunson brings it into the front court, gives to Mikal Bridges from the right. On top, Towns, pass to Anunoby. Drives the lane, and a whistle as Anunoby was driving, and a foul from the baseline official will go against Jet Howard. And that's going to be number 4 on Jets.
I mean, listen, he's frustrated, but he is very handsy as a defender. And I get it. A lot of people get away with that arm, wrapped around the waist and some handsiness. You're a young player. You're not getting away with that.
Yeah. That is the key word. He's a young player, and he doesn't realize it, or doesn't seem to realize it.
First team foul on Orlando in the quarter. Side in Brunson, gets it in, gets it back. Jalen with a left-hand dribble as Mitchell Robinson setting a high screen. Now Robinson backs off. 5 to shoot. Lob to the rim from Jalen Brunson to Mitchell Robinson for the jam.
Really nice look by Jalen Brunson. That's his 4th assist of the night.
11th lead change of the game. Knicks in front 90-89. This is an elbow jumper from Carter. No good. Missed it. Late whistle from the wing, and a Knick foul will put Wendell Carter at the line for 2. Jordan Clarkson picks up his first personal foul for the Knicks at 3:08 to go third quarter, and back and forth we go in our first semifinal.
Good game. I like the game. I mean, there's certainly been some ebbs and flows. It's certainly been dominated by the offense, not the defense, but still an entertaining game.
You know what I've loved? In the first half, it took a Mike Brown timeout for the New York Knicks to wake up. And in the third quarter, it took a Jamal Mosley timeout for his team to bring a level of physicality, attention to detail, attack-mindedness. They, in this third period, got the Knicks back on their heels.
And that's what you see from quality teams. The Knicks, second in the East, of course, went to the conference finals last year. Orlando trying to make that next step up, right now fourth in the Eastern Conference. They've been great in the Cup, 5-0 as the free throws are split by Carter, but an offensive rebound by the Magic, who split their other 20 games. Jet Howard missed a three, another offensive rebound. Jonathan Isaac puts up a shot, no good, and finally the Knicks end it, getting a rebound from Brunson.
Jonathan Isaac's got to get a better shot than that. They worked really hard to get the extra opportunity.
Brunson behind the back now goes to the left, puts it up, and what a move against Tristan Da Silva, who could not stay in front of him.
It's the guy's ability to play off 2 feet. The jump stop into his footwork is sensational.
32 for Brunson. Now Anthony Black drives and scores, beating Mitchell Robinson. We're tied at 92.
Too many paint points for both teams. I'm sure both coaches, when they look at this tape after it's over, are going to say, we just gave up too much at the rim.
54 for the Knicks, 48 for the Magic in paint points. Here's Brunson, mid-range, hitting from the elbow.
He did this in the first half. He got on a little Brunson burner in that second quarter. Somebody better shut the water off.
He's up to 34 points. He's had at least 30 in all 4 games against Orlando this year. Yes, they've played 4 times. We're not even to Christmas. 2-point Knick lead. Tristan Da Silva of the Magic dribbles left hand against Brunson. Passes out to the corner. 3-pointer Black, no good. Offensive rebound. On the pass out. Into the corner, Da Silva. His 3, no good. Had a great look. Brunson the rebound. Does not have numbers. Now a bounce pass. Great to Bridges, cutting from the right wing. Scores it on the lay-in.
Cannot believe the amount of transition layups that both teams are yielding.
5th assist for Brunson. Might have been his prettiest. 96-92. Knicks shot off the window, missed by Carter. Tapped around, and Anunoby can't grab it. Jonathan Isaac has it. Bodies collide and go down, and a foul is going to be whistled against Orlando.
Have you noticed, though, Orlando, with Karl Anthony Towns off the floor, how much they are attacking the offensive glass? Mitchell Robinson, as great an offensive rebounder as he is, he's the lone big and he's not a great defensive rebounder, and they're taking advantage.
They're outworking him, but they're not cashing it in. They've done a really good job turning up extra opportunities, but they missed open shots at the end of the possession.
Well, they're going to leave Mitchell Robinson in the game as the center, but they're going to move Jalen Brunson off ball now as Tyler Kolek, who gave him good minutes earlier in the game.
He really did give him good minutes in the first half.
Kolek will bring it up. Knicks come from our right to left courtside as we watch it in Vegas. A 4-point lead over Orlando. Brunson has it up high, dribbles to the left side against Anthony Black, trying to cross over, knocks Black over, no whistle, takes the open shot and buries a 3.
Anthony Black has a complaint there. Jalen got away with a little shove, and literally it wasn't a flop. He knocked him on his back. Kevin Scott did not think there was enough contact.
37 for Brunson. 99-92 Knicks. Sliding on the floor, Anthony Black. They try to get the ball. The Knicks, bodies down. Karl Anthony Towns coming in, and we'll have a jump ball. Who will jump it against Black to be determined, but Clarkson was there. Cat was there. 46 seconds to go in the third.
And I like that the officials jumped in. These two teams have played each other a lot. This has been a highly competitive physical basketball game. This is the kind of game where one little hit can go, sideways and send somebody off and lead to some physicality. I'll be curious. We got 46 seconds left in this quarter, but what is the fourth quarter officiated like?
How about the runs back and forth? Knicks up 10. Orlando looks like they take control of the game, and Jalen Brunson goes, that's enough, and just takes the game over.
Yes.
And once again, how about the competitiveness of the Emirates NBA Cup? I know we're in Vegas, so it has a bigger feel, but all of the Cup games have had this feel for 3 years.
No question.
Definitely not an early season game. It feels more like an April, May, or June game as the Knicks win the jump.
That's a big turnover.
99-92 Knicks. 38 seconds to go in the third. Jordan Clarkson dribbles in from the left, turns, missed the 5-footer. Offensive rebound. Robinson couldn't put it back in, but he drew the foul.
Kataze really upset that he gave up the offensive rebound. The foul is the right thing to do.
Good news, bad news.
That's right. That's right.
It has been an adventure at the free throw line for Mr. Robinson, who last year, let's see, career was 51%, but he's 5 for 25. Those numbers are correct. 20% at the free throw line so far this season.
We saw, we're seeing more of Hacker Mitchell.
Yes.
People are putting him on the free throw line, and until he starts making at least a representative percentage, it's going to continue.
Last year was too small a sample as he just line drive one home on the first. That's the Bronx cheer here in Las Vegas.
No, this is a heavily New York Knicks partisan crowd.
Yes.
No question.
That almost sounded like relief, like they know.
Yes, they know, right?
Right.
Last year he shot 68%, but again, it was a small sample size.
Well, they're playing with house money now. He's going to come out of this at least 1 for 2. That's a huge win for the Knicks.
1 for 4 is above his free throw shooting percentage.
And they wisely get Cat out, right? They're going to come down for a defensive possession. He's got 4. You don't want him going into the fourth with the 5th foul, so you get him off the floor. You get Brunson off the floor. Now you're buying Jalen Brunson a couple extra minutes in the final 30 seconds.
And theoretically, you have a better defensive team on the floor.
Yes. I think it's more than theoretical.
Second free throw on the line drive. Missed that time. 1 out of 2 for Mitchell Robinson. Knicks first to 100. 100-92 New York. 25 seconds to go, third quarter.
Still think this is a big possession for Orlando.
Desmond Bane being ridden near half court by Jordan Clarkson. 8 to shoot. Finally trying to shed Clarkson as he gets into the three-point line, crosses over, drives and kicks to the corner. Three-pointer on its way, missed out of the corner. Offensive board, Bane, 7 seconds to go. Back to Anthony Black with 4. Black with 3 drives. Layup blocked by Robinson. Last second heave at half court, won't count if it goes. What a shot block by Mitchell Robinson near the end of the third.
Honestly, that was 2 defensive plays. On the corner 3 they gave up. He gave the Cornet contest from 15 feet, PJ.
Yes.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Big plays. I'm telling you, how about the swings in that quarter? Now it ends up a +8 for the Knicks.
We had a 16-4 Orlando run earlier in the quarter, an 8-0 Knicks run to end the third quarter. And after 3, the Knicks are 16-0 when they're ahead.
16-0.
And they have an 8-point lead, 100-92 over Orlando. The fourth quarter is next. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, QUO.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
If you're the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, you know having a trusted partner makes all the difference. That's why, hands down, you count on Grainger for auto reordering. With on-time restocks, your team will have the cut-resistant gloves they need at the start of their shift. And you can end your day knowing they've got safety well in hand. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here, wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day. Yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Time for the best 25-game start in league history. Currently riding a 16-game winning streak. The defending champs with Mark Daignault on the opportunity to win this in-season tournament.
Similar opportunity now. Obviously, it's an elevated feel because of what the NBA does to elevate it. And, we need to understand that the games are going to come down to the same things, and that's really what you can learn by being in these environments.
Jalen Brunson up to 37 points. Start of the fourth quarter with the Knicks up 100-92. We go back to Las Vegas with George Doris, PJ, and Keston.
And 12 more, Jim, for Brunson in the quarter. 37 now, the third time this year Jalen Brunson has scored 37 season-high matching.
But timely buckets in that quarter as well. Think about it. The Magic take a 4-point lead, have all the momentum, and then he gets 7 points for the Knicks.
This group that's on the floor right now for Orlando is going to have to put some points on board. Desmond Bane's the only one who's been reliable so far.
He's the only starter on the floor for Orlando. Knicks have it attacking the basket to our left to open. Towns down low. Bridges had it, went behind the back on the layup attempt, couldn't convert. It's Desmond Bane with Jett Howard, Tristan Da Silva, Tyus Jones, Goga Batadze on the floor for Orlando. The diminutive Jones takes it over to the right, finds Bane popping up on the perimeter, 8 to shoot. Dribbles to the left, slings it all the way across to Da Silva. Right corner three, off the rim, no good, and rebounded by Anunoby.
Mr. Da Silva has struggled today.
Tyler Kolek, nice feed down low to Bridges, poked away, late whistle. It's going to go against Orlando. I think they got Tristan Da Silva on a late call. Orlando foul, side out coming for the Knicks.
Tristan Da Silva's 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 4 from the three-point line, and have been good looks. He's had open looks when they move the ball well. It just hasn't gone in.
That gauze in between his eyes is not helping him tonight.
Yeah, good point.
He was in double figures in the quarterfinal game against Miami, and he's on the floor tonight. Kolek with it off the inbound. He's got space, takes the three, missed it. Batadze the rebound, Orlando. Feeds it over to Tyus Jones. We'll see if Suggs will be able to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Bane receiving the pass up top, back to Jones. Right angle three is a miss. Rebound contested, and Karl Anthony Towns has it. To Kolek, half-court feed to Bridges. He'll find Kolek streaking down the floor. Left side to Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson finds an open Bridges. Bridges now covered by Bane. Down low, covered nicely. Bridges looking for space. Might have been blocked. No whistle is going to be called against Desmond Bane, who was trying to get that block from behind.
But why are the entry passes into the post so consistently there?
Tyus Jones just let Mikal Bridges go to the basket. I don't know what was going on, whether he thought it was a switch or not, and Desmond Bane had to go in and pick him up. But DB, you call it, he was the only person in the paint when he caught the pass.
And for Bane, that's his fourth foul. Knicks with an 8-point lead. First free throw good for Bridges, up to 9.
Well, PJ was talking about the points in the paint and how disappointed these teams would be. When we ended the third, there were already 104 points scored in the paint between both teams.
Not only are they paint points, a lot of them are uncontested paint points.
Kel Bridges pure on the second free throw. The lead is back to 10. The Magic erased a 10-point Knick lead, and now New York's rebuilt it, 102-92.
Orlando actually went up 4, believe it or not, and then wham, here came Jalen Brunson, and the Knicks have built on top of it. I really am concerned with this Orlando team that's on the floor, where the offense is going to come from.
Bane's their score. He's been holding long with 3 to shoot. On top, drives on Clarkson, fading, tough shot, missed it off the window. Long offensive rebound to Orlando, out to Tyus Jones, and he buries the 3.
That feels like a weighty shot, not only for the Magic, but for Tyus Jones, who's still trying to find his legs with this team.
Ends a 10-0 Knick run. Orlando down 7. Kolek has it taken away. Howard on the other end. Howard lost the handle, saves it on the end line all the way to the top to Bane. Back to Tyus Jones, who will reset for Orlando. Pass to the left, Bain. Bain has to put it on the deck. Blocked by Towns as Bain went up and tried to lay it up. It'll be Orlando ball with 8 to shoot.
So possession is not exactly artistic so far for Orlando, but they still have 8 seconds left.
Neither was the last one they got a 3 off of, right?
Exactly.
8 to shoot, 9:38 to go in the game. Orlando down 7. Baseline inbound front court. Jed Howard with 5 to shoot on top. Bataze looking to pass, 3 to shoot, trying to find Bain. Bain has it against Bridges, put it up, missed it. Tap, loose ball, Knicks come away with it. Down floor for Anunoby. Recovers, steadies, and throws it down with 2 hands, and Orlando calls for a timeout.
Jamal Mosley's really upset, and he should be. Really poor offense led to the transition. Good look ahead by Tyler Kolek.
Might have to go to that starting unit a little earlier than Jamal Mosley would like. We'll find out after the timeout. 9:23 to go. Fourth quarter, our first semifinal. The Knicks in the midst of a 19-6 run. Lead Orlando 104-95. And you're listening to the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semis on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
They're looking at the situation saying, if we can't play in this playoff, we've earned a spot in, why should we go and play in a bowl that is essentially meaningless? Bowl season used to be everything for college football. Now, if you're not in the playoff, it's like...
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
I'm Kiana, and I leveled up my business with Shopify. Once I figured out that Shopify was a thing, I never turned back. I can create a site with my eyes closed. Shopify thinks ahead of us, and it thinks about the customer more than anything. Every day I'm thinking about some other new business, but Shopify is doing it to me because it's so easy to use. It's like I can't stop. I'm addicted.
Start your free trial at Shopify.com.
Quick break. Got your fire safety game plan? When it comes to your home, every second matters. That's why we trust Kidde smoke alarms. They're built to respond fast and cut down on false alarms, so you can act with confidence when it counts. And now you can upgrade to over 25% faster smoke detection with Kidde's latest technology. It's more time to react and more peace of mind. That's why Kidde is North America's #1 home fire safety brand. So whether you're upgrading or installing for the first time, go with the alarms that deliver performance when it matters most. Kidde, help protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products based on total household installations as of December 2023.
Forget to log on to @NBA on ESPN Radio on X to vote in the AutoZone in the Zone poll question. Who is going to get in the zone for tonight's second game? Spurs, Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, De'Aaron Fox, and Stephon Castle are your choices in the zone. Brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Speaking of Castle, time for today's trivia answer. Again, Castle winning the national title at UConn and NBA Rookie of the Year in back-to-back seasons. Who was the previous player to achieve that feat? The answer, Emeka Okafor, also won at UConn in 04, Rookie of the Year in 05. And again, trivia brought to you by Dr. Pepper. It ain't college football season without the delicious taste of an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. College football, it's a pepper thing. 9:23 left, Knicks up 104-95. Back to George, Doris, PJ, and Kesty.
All right, Jim, and still to come, the 24-1 Oklahoma City Thunder against the San Antonio Spurs, but we've had an outstanding game here early. Orlando down 9 out of the timeout. Banchero back in the ball game, spins into the mid-post, shoots over. OG missed it, and it's rebounded by the Knicks.
That's what he was in there to do, was to score the points, but he was unable to finish. He got close, got a good look, but was unable to finish, Paolo Banchero.
Sure, Jamal Mosley, the head coach of the Magic, did not want to go this early in the fourth quarter to Banchero, but they need him. Here's OG Anunoby, middle of the lane, down double cover, blocked by Bataze, recovered by Orlando, down floor Banchero, spins on Kolek and scores it.
You call that a mismatch?
Yes, 6'10" on 6'2". And double wide. 8.5 to go. Orlando back within 7. Kolek, the guard, passes right side. This is Anunoby on the drive, double covered and hammered as he was going slowly toward the basket and fouled. As we check in with George Sedano.
Kesty, that Bitadze play is exactly what Jamal Mosley wanted. He walked into the last huddle during the timeout very calmly and said, guys, 9 minutes left. We've got plenty of time here. We've been here before. It all starts on the defensive end. We got to get the stops, then get out in transition. That's how we win this game. Bitadze already started that for them on that last possession.
Second foul on Bitadze as OG Anunoby. It's the first free throw, and Jalen Suggs giving it some more shot. He was dealing with left groin and right hip maybe here today.
And they put him in a pick and roll where he was the screener with Paolo to try to get him free, and that's how Paolo got the shot. OG Anunoby, though, Peach, I'm sorry to hit you. Like, everybody runs him off the corner three now. And his ability to do this, attack off the bounce, attack a closeout, so important.
Well, he's better than just calling him a D and 3, but I'll tell you what, he is a valuable piece for this team. And Mike Brown is liking him more and more each week.
Anunoby at both free throws, 9-point lead. OG's up to 21 points. 8:15 to go. Knicks defensively poking away. Brunson against Black, leaves it for Kolek. Now he attacks the basket, goes to the left hand and lays it in.
Tyler Kolek does not make that move last year. He would have passed it to somebody else. He went in. Josh Hart, again, he's the one who knocked the ball away from Paolo Banchero.
That is the 60th paint point for the Knicks tonight. Their biggest lead right now, up 11. 7:50 left. Banchero at the top. Goes to Bain, who hasn't had a quality look in a while. Gives it up. Gets it back. They run him off the three. Pass into the corner. Suggs fouled on what appeared to be a three-point attempt. And the shot no good. A foul, and both guys bent over. Anunoby after the foul, and Jalen Suggs, who's been dealing with all kinds of injury here tonight.
I think OG is upset that he fouled him in that situation. Clock is running down. He was up-faked. You know, and it's unusual for OG to not be disciplined and stay down.
Well, as Suggs continues to rock at the free throw line, you've got an update, George Sedano.
Yeah, it is a sore left hip, as you guys have been able to notice. There was some substance they sprayed on him in the last timeout. I couldn't get a glimpse of what it was exactly, but they are clearly treating that in every timeout, Kesty.
I'm going to guess it wasn't pixie dust.
No.
Georgie, why don't you taste it and find out what it is?
I'll work on that for the next timeout, PJ.
First free throw, no good by Jalen Suggs. 25 points. Did all his damage in the first half. And then appeared to injure his groin a bit. Second of the three free throws is good. And then on another play later, the left hip, that's the one that George is talking about. And he has gutted it out here so far this afternoon, turning into evening with his Magic down 10.
But they said, they being the Orlando front office people and assistant coaches, said that Suggs was beyond the minutes restriction. I'm not so sure that he, Paolo, OG Anunoby, I think we had a lot of guys that are still on minutes restrictions from the medical staff.
Suggs missed 2 out of 3, and on the other end, Tyler Kolek got fouled as he was attempting to get into the lane.
Suggs out, I think, Kest just took his headband off, and he's limping toward the sideline.
He just threw the towel down in frustration. He's doubled over. He's pretty upset, and that's the last we've probably seen of him.
They may be talking about a take foul.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, yes.
3 officials gathered right now. Foul was on, or rather, Jason Richardson checking in for Suggs.
I think they're not saying it wasn't transition.
And Suggs, who had gone way past the bench for a bit, was standing there. Now he's headed toward the Orlando locker room. It's been the issue with the Magic the last couple of years. Banchero, Wagner, and Suggs have all been dinged up for long periods of time.
Well, there's still a long way to go in this game, but should the Knicks win, Orlando's looking at a 4-game West Coast trip starting next Thursday, but if they don't win, they'll be able to go home.
Here's Hart off the inbound, puts it up from the elbow, and scores it as the Knicks go back up 12. Yeah, they packed for 13 days in case they make it to the championship, and you're right, they get to go home before that West Coast trip.
You hit it right on the head, Kesty. Only if, look at Black, nice move there, little transition layup, more paint points again, both teams. But they start out Thursday at Denver, at Utah, at Golden State, at Portland.
as Jalen Brunson attacks the basket, gets fouled. His shot just falls off the rim. And 2 free throws coming for Brunson, who's got 37.
You know, Josh Hart, Brunson's been absolutely dynamic. But this has been a balanced team for New York tonight. And I don't just mean the double-digit scorers, of which there are multiple, 4. It's also Josh Hart and his rebounding. It's also Josh Hart checking back in and making life miserable for Paolo Banchero as soon as he came in here in the 4th. I mean, this New York team, PJ, if it is not this year that they go to an NBA Finals, when is it? Because this has been a group now that's got some continuity. They've got experience. Obviously, so much of it is about health.
They're getting a little long in the tooth. I don't think the time is running out yet, but it's certainly time for them to get there. They've been in the conference final. They got to get to our finals. Jalen Brunson comes up short. Josh Hart's the only starter that wasn't in double figures, even at the half. Still isn't, but as you said, Doris, he's filled the stat sheet after Kesty calls his play.
And Caro missing the 15-footer, no good. Jason Richardson, the rookie, with an offensive board. Inside Banchero, outside Carter, around the horn Bane. Before the shot fouled, shot no good with 6:36 to go here in the 4th, down 11 of the Magic.
Good ball movement, but the Magic can't put it in the bucket. But going back to Josh Hart, 8 points. He's 4 for 9 from the field. He's not making his threes tonight, but he's also got 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block shot. I mean, he fills a stat sheet with winning plays night in and night out.
Critical stretch for the Magic here. They're down 11, 6.5 to go, and Desmond Bane is playing with 5 fouls. Here's Bane over in the left wing. Up top, Banchero pitches it out to Richardson. The rookie son of Jason Richardson scoops it with a left hand and scores it.
I think they were looking for a little off-arm hook on the young man Richardson. No whistle, he gets the bucket instead.
All the Nick assistant coaches called it, but none of the three officials.
Jalen Brunson backing down his man, now feeds Hart, who kicks it outside to Bridges. McHale on the drive against Bane, puts it up, no good. Good defense by Bane, and rebounded by Paolo Banchero. Orlando down 9, 6 minutes to go. Pitch out to the corner, stolen by Brunson, trying to get it to Richardson. Here's Brunson, drops it down low to Hart. Hesitation move, layup reverse, no. Rebounded by the Magic.
Couple missed layups, opening your window.
Black got the foul, leaning back, got off a shot, no good, but Anthony Black goes to the line at 5:41 to go.
And you get back to Doris's point, I guarantee you Paolo Banchero is not going to miss. This is the 4th time they've played already. He's not going to miss playing against Josh Hart and OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
He likes a lot of other defenders in this league more than that Nick duo.
Should be noted here, 5:41 to go. That was only the 3rd team foul for the New York Knicks. So the longer this wears on, if they can avoid a foul on the next couple of possessions, push this thing under 4 with Magic not in the bonus, that's conducive. But they've just now missed 2 chippies. Now, contested chippies, but you were 2 feet in the paint and you missed them. So you got to start finishing plays. Couple more scores, you put real pressure on Orlando.
And Anthony Black missed a freebie to start at the line, but hits the second, splitting the pair, and the Magic down 8. 111-103 Knicks. 5.5 minutes to go. Brunson and Bridges with Hart, and Karl Anthony Towns and Anunoby. Cat has it, right foot on the three-point line. Protecting the ball. Pitches it out to the right side. Bridges drives under the basket. 4 to shoot. Out to Karl Anthony Towns, who bags a 3 with 5:18 to go. 11-point Knick lead. And Karl Anthony Towns has 22. Black tried to find Richardson cutting baseline, tipped out of bounds by Anunoby, who just gives defensive effort after defensive effort.
I mean, he is relentless, and he's indefatigable. 2 defenders, McKellen and Karl Anthony Towns, had a trap. He's playing center field, the low man defensively. His ability to get left and right quick is awesome.
Forget our color descriptions. That was the word of the year on our broadcast right now. Here's Banchero off the inbound, pumps it up and in. Little light for the Magic, down 9.
Yeah, even OG can't deal with Paolo that close to the basket. He's just too big and too strong.
We just went under 5 minutes to go in regulation. Knicks 114, Magic 105. A spot in Tuesday's championship game for the NBA Emirates Cup on the line. Brunson with a season-high 38. Had it knocked away by Black, got it back, pushed it up, couldn't get it. Rebound Orlando. Here come the Magic. Banchero, head of steam. Spins, had it knocked away. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with it. Down floor, Hart, his pass for Bridges taken back by Orlando. Now Jace Richardson, the rookie, peels off. Finds a spot, turns, squares, and hits the three from on high. And Orlando's right back in it.
Boy, young gun, unafraid. That looked like a certain Knicks advantage in transition to an Anthony Black steal. You love the toughness.
6-point game. Knicks lead. 4:10 to go.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Brunson feeds. Hart drives. Carter went for the block. Couldn't get it. Ball went in the basket. Josh Hart with the bucket.
It was a big basket right there. Orlando's starting to feel good. We got a chance to get this, and Josh Hart goes not so quick.
116-108 Knickerbockers with 3:45 to go. Carter fitting Banchero in traffic, turns for a double team, puts it up and scores.
Yeah, he's fouled by guys on either side of him.
Banchero's got 20. Orlando down 6. They need some stops. Towns guarded on the perimeter by Carter. Puts it on the deck, trying to drive by him. Can't. Euros got fouled.
Offensive foul. Boy, I'll tell you what. I'm sorry,
they
Kevin
just counted
Scott.
It. Yeah, it's a defensive foul and a 3-point play for Cat.
That's an offensive foul. I'm waiting to see if we're going to see a green light here.
Neither team has gone for its challenge yet. First personal foul on Wendell Carter Jr. and Karl Anthony Towns going to the line.
I think you should challenge it. Mosley is looking at his back bench. He's asking it, and he just tried to call a timeout, but he's too late.
He's up. Yeah, he's upset with his guys that they didn't tell him. He was talking to Andy Nagy. He wanted to challenge, and I think he would have won the challenge.
Me too. I called it. Kesty pushed his left arm and his left shoulder. It was an offensive foul, no doubt.
You're right, Kesty. Doris just pushed you with that right arm.
I'm getting a good workout on this left side here. 9-point game. Knicks lead it. 3:15 to go. We still got another game to go. That bruising will feel good. Here's Bain. Around the horn they go. Left corner, Jace Richardson three. Might have got partially deflected. And under the basket, OG Anunoby comes up with it.
That call is a big call. I'm not saying Orlando's going to win it, but that was a big, big call against the Magic.
We'll put a star on that possession as Brunson got into the front court. And the Knicks call for a timeout. They've steadied themselves for the moment. 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter from Las Vegas. Knicks 119, Orlando 110. This is the Emirates NBA Cup semis on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, QUO.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day. Yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
I like things my way. My coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vyvgart Hytrulo prefilled syringe, which contains Efgartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VyvgartMyWay.com. That's VYVGART MyWay.com. And talk to your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo. Brought to you by argenx.
From Las Vegas, we're going to pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semis on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Got my dream team back together with PJ Carlosimo, Doris Berg, George Sedano. I'm Mark Kestisher, our entire ESPN Radio crew. Mike Martino producing. Al Rosenberg, Dave Snip, our engineers. First of two in Vegas, first of three, because we got the championship game on Tuesday. And we said we're going to mark down that foul on Wendell Carter. Could have been an offensive foul turned into a three-point play for Karl Anthony Towns. Feels like a big tipping point.
Yeah, I thought so. Again, it's easy to sit here and second guess. We didn't get the benefit of the replay, but it looked like Karl Anthony Towns wiped him out. And I was really surprised Orlando did not challenge. It was too big a play to let go.
Both teams still have their challenges at 3 minutes exactly to go in the fourth quarter. It is the Knicks 119, the Magic 110. We've got OKC and San Antonio still to come. 5-second count is on. Hart gets it into Towns. Feeds it up top to Jalen Brunson with 10 to shoot. Brunson a season-high 38 points. Works against the rookie Jason Richardson. Takes him to the three-point line. Tip of the circle. Rocks back. Fires and hits. 40 points for Jalen Brunson. Is that taking the rookie to school?
That's just a little bit asking too much of a young guy guarding Jalen Brunson.
11-point lead for the Knicks. Here is Jason Richardson fouled as he tried to squeeze in a layup on a tough angle, and he is in a bit of discomfort under the basket, about to be helped up by Paolo Banchero and Anthony Black.
I love his intrepid spirit. He's getting minutes because Jalen Suggs is, not able to play. But he hits a big three. He's been a fearless driver. I mean, this is a winnable game, right? There's still time on the clock. This young man's...
He's done a good job. He's stepping up more than some of the veterans are for Orlando.
That is the fifth foul on Jalen Brunson at the 2:32 to go mark, as the first free throw from Richardson is no good.
But, Jace, if we're going to brag on you, man, you got to make your free throws. Come on.
He was 7 of 9 to begin his NBA career at the free throw line. He was one and done at Michigan State, helped the Spartans to the Elite Eight last spring. And, of course, his father, Jason, played 15 years in the NBA, including 2 with the Orlando Magic, as Richardson splits the pair. 10-point lead for the Knicks, 121 to 111.
Double Brunson in the backcourt, have him get rid of the ball.
Up ahead to Mikal Bridges with 2:20 to go. Now back in the hands of Brunson, guarded at the half-court line by Anthony Black. He's got his left hand on the hip of Brunson, who now goes to the right, gets by him momentarily, drives down deep into a double, tough pass into Karl Anthony Towns, 2 to shoot, turns, puts it up, got a late foul at the near expiration of the shot clock, and Cat will go to the line.
That's a play they went to a lot last year, late in ball games, where they were trying to put teams away. They would use Josh Hart as the screener in the Jalen Brunson action. Those two roommates, great friends, great feel for one another's games.
Plus, Josh Hart can set a good screen.
Yes,
if Josh Hart sets a screen on you, you're going to feel it. So he's going to get his teammate open.
Now that you say that, PJ, I think you could probably make the case he's their best screener in terms of understanding angles and how to free him. I'm not saying Karl is bad. Obviously, that's effective. But Josh, this goes to Mike's point about all the things he does well.
No, exactly right. You can't list all the things that Josh Hart does in the game, and you oftentimes don't see it when you look at a stat sheet when the game is over. But if you talk to other teams, especially the other coaches, they'll tell you what a pain in the neck. They'll use different language that Josh Hart is to play against.
Cat hit both free throws. He's got 27. Banchero misses, but Wendell Carter on the weak side, able to flush it home on the offensive glass. Knicks, though, still lead by 10 with 2 minutes to go. 123 to 113. Again, backcourt pressure. Brunson gets it ahead to Anunoby. They'll work the shot clock.
Magic obviously needs some stops right now.
Brunson in between half court and the three-point line. Double team. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hart. Ball got tipped in the air. Orlando gets a steal. Down 10 to Jace Richardson. Wing 3. Good for the rookie, and it's down to 7.
So they're sending the double. A casual pass from Josh Hart leads to that bucket.
Hart gets it across half court for the Knicks.
Yeah, they don't need to foul yet.
1:28 to go. Black right there. Jason Richardson off ball with Brunson. They got tangled. Hart drives and lays it in against Carter.
He's had 2 tough twos that have been massive buckets.
All 5 Knicks starters in double figures, a dozen for Hart. Now a whistle as Hart was defending on the other end against Anthony Black.
Josh Hart got the worst of that. Wendell Carter knocked him down, and the foul's going to go against Josh Hart. Talk about setting screens. That was a good, solid screen by Wendell Carter Jr.
Did they rule that there was a foul on a three-point shot? Because now Mike Brown is taking a timeout to challenge the foul call on Hart, which is his 5th. So the green light illuminated for the first time here at T-Mobile Arena. And we will have a challenge as Pat Frere is the lone Cowboy back at Secaucus, New Jersey.
I hate to be one. Thank God Doris is here with you, because your other analyst is saying, I don't remember the backboard lighting up green when it was a challenge.
This might be a Vegas special, because I don't think I've seen it either.
The backboard is lit up green, the 24-second clock, the game clock, green everywhere.
Vegas specializes in lights.
It is a city of lights. And a challenge by the Knicks on that foul. I am uncertain. I thought I saw the referee put 3 fingers up that they had him in the gather or not, but he may just be challenging the foul.
I didn't think Wendell's. Well, I don't know who had the ball. That's a good point. Maybe the other player had the ball. Wendell Carter knocked down Josh Hart.
Yeah.
It's not going to surprise me if this gets overturned, but the one that I would like to have seen reviewed was the Karl Anthony Towns, Wendell Carter.
No doubt, PJ. That felt like a turning point in this basketball game. No question about it.
Well, just 3 more points. They just didn't, the Knicks would not allow Orlando to get closer. And Orlando, not that they need any excuses. New York's played very well. Playing without Jalen Suggs is very, very difficult.
So I think you're right. Hart was defending on the 3. The Knicks are probably challenging if there's a proximate foul right on Wendell Carter.
I mean, an illegal screen perhaps.
Yeah.
And this has taken a little bit of time. But how about the 2 tough twos down the stretch of this basketball game that Josh Hart has completed? Because the Knicks have been in the restricted area multiple times, it feels like, in the fourth, and not made them. He's had 2 tough twos.
Well, ever since Mike Brown went back to Josh Hart as a starter, they are 8-1. They've been winning those games by more than 15 points per game. Right now, it's a 9-point lead, a critical challenge, and here's Kevin Scott.
The offensive player gives the defender the opportunity to avoid contact, and the defender then delivers illegal lower body contact. Therefore, the call stands, and the challenge is unsuccessful.
So an unsuccessful Knicks challenge, and the Knicks faithful here in Vegas unhappy with the rendering with 1:15 to go.
Would you call that a southern drawl from Kevin Scott?
Yes.
We got a southern, well, I don't know whether he has a southern drawl, but my son Kyle's favorite Georgia football player, Todd Gurley, two to our left. I don't think he speaks with quite that drawl that Kevin Scott has.
Todd Gurley was a 3-time Pro Bowler. I think he was the Offensive Player of the Year in the NFL one year and was a standout at the University of Georgia.
When he was playing for the Dogs, he was really good.
Sitting 2 seats over from PJ. Now we're back to the game. Wendell Carter Jr. at the free throw line for Orlando. Minute 15 to go, and he bricks the first of 2, down 9 points.
Both teams in the bonus. Both teams 2 timeouts left for Orlando, 1 for New York. And I have to say this about New York. I mean, Orlando's a team that prides itself 1 through 15 being the most physical team. New York has brought a level of physicality that isn't always a defining calling card.
As the second free throw is hit by Carter.
Excellent point by DB. And again, Mike Brown mentioned that to us yesterday. I'm sure that was on the whiteboard before this game tonight, not to let Orlando take advantage of them.
Against full court pressure, Knicks break it, and down floor, Mikal Bridges, a little leaner from 13 feet away. Knicks by 10, 1:05 to go. Three-pointer Black is a miss. Rebounded by Anunoby, slapped from behind, and that's going to do it for Desmond Bane, who picks up his 6th and final foul of this semifinal.
Early on, we were bragging on the Orlando three-point shooting a bit uncharacteristically. That had put them in good position. They have now slid below 30% from the field. Again, they've had to take some as they dug a hole late in the game, but they need to be a better three-point shooting team. And Franz Wagner doesn't necessarily address that. His going downhill and pushing in might get some more open shots, but they need some people to put the ball in the basket from the three-point line. Paolo Banchero really struggled tonight. Tristan Da Silva struggled. That three-point effectiveness is a missing ingredient still for the Orlando Magic.
Anunoby hits the first of two. He's got 22 points, one of three Knicks that have scored at least 22. Cat's got 27. Jalen Brunson's got 40 as Anunoby hits both.
Listen, the Knicks offense has been brilliant all year. They're averaging 121. They put up 129 against an excellent defensive team.
12-point lead for the Knicks, their largest. Banchero scores a layup with 52 seconds to go. Inbound to Brunson, quickly got rid of it. Down floor Bridges to Anunoby, lifts it for Cat, batted away by Wendell Carter.
Nice defense by Wendell Carter in a 2-on-1 situation.
40 seconds left, and Hart committed a foul against Banchero, and Hart realized as soon as he reached that was going to be his sixth, and his night is done as well.
I mean, it's just careless for the Knicks, right? You don't need to be throwing a lob to Karl Anthony Towns. There's so many ticks on the shot clock. Yeah, you got a 10-point lead. But it's the details. It's sharpness. It's about completing this. You know who doesn't do that as a team? The team we're going to have in the next game, Oklahoma City.
We got the Thunder at 24-1 against the San Antonio Spurs, and Victor Wembanyama's return coming up after this one.
Well, last year, they had a double that I don't ever recall seeing in the NBA, where they led in turnovers, fewest themselves, and were number one in forcing opponent turnovers. They've slipped terribly this year. They're 1 in one, but they're 2 in the other. They've dropped all the way to number 2.
All the way to 2.
I mean, it's amazing how well they take care of the ball and what an advantage that is possession-wise during a game. They don't turn it over. They force turnovers, and they're also the best team in the league at converting points off turnovers.
Banchero missed the first, and they actually got younger this year as a roster by like 0.2 years. Somehow, as Banchero splits the pair here. 129-120. Knicks 41 seconds away with the lead. Again, full court pressure on the inbound. Kolek gets it in traffic. Down floor, Anunoby drops it down low to Towns, who flushes with 37 seconds to go, and that should move the Knicks into the championship round.
OG was listening to Doris. He made a simpler pass this time, and they scored.
OG gets the steal. OG down floor, fouled by Jett Howard, keeping him from scoring. 29 seconds to go in our first semifinal.
I do not know how many deflections OG Anunoby has tonight. I'm not sure how many steals we can get that number. He's got 3 steals.
Feels like more.
I can tell you the number of multiple efforts made on the defensive side of the floor for the New York Knicks. He is at the top of that list.
Yeah, you know, and again, we talked about it earlier, DB. Why is he not an all NBA defender? You look at the stats and they got 1 block and 2 steals. I mean, you know, numbers don't jump out at you. He does so much more on the floor.
The space he covers defensively from sideline to rim and opposite sideline as he hits the first of the free throws. 1 more to come. What was it? Indefatigable? Was that the word? Is that word of the year? That's what he is. Whatever it is, that's what he is.
At the Knicks, I have not had the Knicks yet this year. This is the first time. Have they made Spike an assistant coach, Spike Lee, or not?
He's sitting right next to them. He might as well be. Brunson just got a big hand, went to the bench for the game, 40 points on the night. Banchero shoots a 3, missed it. Offensive rebound with 20 seconds to Banchero. Missed the bunny. Knicks have it. Shot clock off, and 13 seconds to go. And the New York Knicks and their fans who have come in droves to Las Vegas, and you can hear them behind us. The Knicks will play for the NBA Emirates Cup on Tuesday as they knock off Orlando 132-120 here in Las Vegas.
Impressive performance for sure by the New York Knicks, more so on the offensive end. Jalen Brunson, as usual, was magnificent. My big concern, if I'm Jamal Mosley, is not the loss, is Jalen Suggs.
Agreed.
His health is a big factor. Now, fortunately, they've got 5 days off before they head out on the road.
If there is a silver lining, you're right. They get to go back home to Orlando before heading out on a West Coast trip. Jalen Brunson scores 40. I hope his voice is better than yesterday. He's standing by with George Sedano.
All right, Kesty, thank you so much. Jalen, the first time out of this game, your coaching staff and you guys had a hard conversation about the level of physicality you needed to bring to this game. What were those conversations like?
Yeah, basically telling us to wake up. They came ready to play, and we had to fight back early. The physicality was on point, so we just had to respond.
And then offensively, you, Cat, OG, all shot nearly 60% in this one. Josh does what he does to impact the game. What does it say about the collective effort of this group at the moment?
I mean, we're going to find a way, and I think most importantly is how we respond to situations when we lose a lead or we're down a certain amount, but keeping our heads and find a way to win the game.
You guys have now played these guys 4 times. How does that factor into the equation?
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I think we're playing one more too. So, I mean, they know us, we know them. Whenever we play them, it's going to be a hard-fought battle. Be a lot of respect for those guys.
And then lastly, what does the rest of the night look like as there's another game here coming up and you'll face the winner?
Just see who we're playing next, rest and recover, and be ready to go for Tuesday.
Jalen, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
Appreciate it, George and Jalen Brunson, 40 points, a season high. First time it's been over a year since the Knicks have shot 60% in a game and 70 paint points on the night for New York.
Too much offense. Neither team really defended well, but particularly in the second quarter, the Knicks did. The Knicks got more help, I thought, from the so-called other players. Paulo Banchero, unfortunately, could not put the ball in the basket from 3. That was a telling sign because Paulo and Jalen Suggs had to have big games. Between Paulo struggling from outside and Jalen Suggs' injury, I was just asking too much of the rest of the Orlando roster.
Anytime that they put game pressure on the New York Knicks, the star showed up in a big way. Jalen Brunson, not only a huge night, but timely buckets. Think about when Orlando takes that third quarter lead, goes up by 4, had all the momentum change the tenor of the game, and Jalen Brunson goes for 7 points and says, no, we got this.
The only 2 numbers you got to look at, Kesty, they gave up 132 points, and the Knicks shot 61%. You're not winning a game with those numbers.
And for the New York Knicks, that is 5 straight wins, 9 of their last 10, 18-7 on the season, and headed to the NBA Emirates Cup Championship as Jalen Brunson goes for 40. And who will they face in the championship Tuesday? Will it be Oklahoma City or will it be San Antonio? Victor Wembanyama expected to come back. And, of course, Oklahoma City tied with Golden State for the best start ever in NBA history at 24-1. They're going to clear the house here at T-Mobile Arena. A whole new group of fans are going to come in, and we'll have that call for you coming up in just a bit. Right now, our final score in our first semifinal, Knicks 132, the Magic 120 for PJ Carlesimo, Doris Burke, George Sedano, our producer Mike Martino, engineers Al Rosenberg and Dave Sniff. I'm Mark Kestisher from Vegas. That'll do it for the moment. Right now, let's go to Jim Basquill in the studio.
All right, Kesty, thanks so much. 93 combined points from Brunson, Cat, and OG, and putting up 132. We mentioned at the outset that Orlando had been the only team to hold the Knicks under 110 on 2 occasions. Well, not on this night, as the Knicks offense free-flowing, shooting 61% from the floor. Coming up next on NBA Countdown, we'll look back at this first semifinal from Las Vegas. Jalen Brunson had himself a night. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, quo.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
If you're an HVAC technician and a call comes in, Grainger knows that you need a partner that helps you find the right product, fast and hassle-free. And you know that when the first problem of the day is a clanking blower motor, there's no need to break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product details, you're confident you'll soon have everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Running out of time to find the perfect gift? Aura Frames makes it look like you planned it all along. Preload photos, add a message, and send it ready to display. A personal gift they'll love. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frame using promo code SCORE. Don't forget to mention ESPN streaming at checkout. Now go win the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Like, all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Gym basketball back on NBA Countdown on the heels of the first semifinal from Las Vegas featuring the New York Knicks and Orlando Magic. They came into this one having played 3 times already this season. Magic having won 2 of the first 3. Your game flow brought to you by Progressive Insurance. See why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive to stay protected on the road. See for yourself at Progressive.com. It was the Knicks offense free-flowing early in this one.
There was some action by Jalen Suggs there. And now he's beaten defensively by Brunson. Knicks pass out. OG with a 3 from the right wing.
Yeah, but you called it, Kesty. The initial dribble penetration, that's what opened it up. They couldn't rotate quickly enough.
OG Anunoby from beyond the arc. Knicks up 15-11. The other Jalen was percolating in that opening quarter.
Knicks with it. Brunson from the right. Against Howard, now doubled. Shot partially blocked by Black, and Orlando comes away with it.
Nice help by Anthony Black.
Suggs down the other end against Clarkson. Euro steps, uses the window on a tough one and puts it in. He's got 10 in the first quarter.
He had 10 of his 25 in that opening quarter. He had him up top at 20-19. 36-33 Magic after 1. Suggs 10. Jalen Brunson 11. New York shot 61% from the floor. Orlando 62. Defense optional for these two teams, but the Knicks would go on a run early second quarter.
OG second Knick in double figures. They're down 2. Here's a shot from Bain. Missed. Towns the rebound. Quick outlet. Kolek. Down floor to Hart. Hart Euros. Puts it up. Puts it in. Knicks take the lead. And a steal by Bridges right at the top under the baseline. He scores it. And a quick timeout called by Jamal Mosley.
Yeah, 9-0 run. Josh Hart coast to coast. Michael Bridges off the Tyler Kolek feed off the steal. Knicks up 39-36. Their big fella showing the deep ball touch.
That ends 7 straight misses by the Magic. They're back within 5. Karl Anthony Towns contested corner 3 goes. Wow, he had no vision there.
That's ridiculous. Paolo was draped in his jersey. I don't know how he saw the cup.
48-40 Knicks with an 8-point lead, their biggest.
That's Karl Anthony Towns from beyond that arc, and Jalen Brunson, he had it going on all night long.
Paolo's just shaking his head. It's been one of those afternoons so far for him.
Brunson head of steam into the lane against Bain, puts it up and in. 20 points first half for Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson had 25 in the first half, as did Suggs. The Knicks, a 38-point second quarter, had a 71-64 lead at the break. Suggs shaken up late in this one, dealing with a groin and hip issue, which obviously impacted him in the second half as he had 1 point in the second half. Third quarter, Brunson kept coming.
78-71 New York, and they turn Orlando over. OG Anunoby, pass to the open Brunson, left corner three on its way, and straight down the well. 30 points for Brunson. Timeout Orlando. 4 straight 30-point games for Jalen Brunson, and the Knicks go up 10.
Yeah, they were up 81-71, but despite Suggs being shaken up, the Magic had a run of their own.
Towns missed the three. Bane on the other end of the blink of an eye scores, and the Magic, once down 10, have taken the lead. Timeout New York.
And Bane is just going to the cup with bad intentions, and he stopped at half court, and with like a grin on his face and a little bit of like nasty, okay, guys, I am coming at you. What a run. What a tough response from Orlando.
Yeah, like a 16-4 run. Bane had 18. Magic had the top side of the scoreboard at 87-85, but the Knicks offense all night long, no resistance.
Brunson has it up high, dribbles to the left side against Anthony Black, trying to cross over, knocks Black over, no whistle, takes the open shot and buries a three.
Anthony Black has a complaint there. Jalen got away with a little shove, and literally, it wasn't a flop. He knocked him on his back. Kevin Scott did not think there was enough contact.
Yeah, he was at 37 points at that juncture. 99-91 Knicks, 8-0 run to end the quarter. New York 16-0 when leading, entering the fourth quarter, and in that fourth, they got help for Brunson.
Bane has it against Bridges, put it up, missed it, tap, loose ball, Knicks come away with it. Down floor for Anunoby, recovers, steadies, and throws it down with two hands, and Orlando calls for a timeout.
Jamal Mosley's really upset, and he should be. Really poor offense, led to the transition. Good look ahead by Tyler Cohen.
A 19-6 run for the Knicks, up 104-95. OG Anunoby at 24 in the game. Karl Anthony Towns had himself a night.
Cat has it, right foot on the three-point line, protecting the ball, pitches it out to the right side. Bridges drives under the basket, 4 to shoot, out to Karl Anthony Towns, who bags a three with 5:18 to go. 11-point Knick lead. And Karl Anthony Towns has 22.
Yeah, he finished with 29 points. Awfully efficient night for Towns. 9 of 11 from the floor, 9 of 10 from the line, hit a pair of threes, and 8 rebounds to that count. And they were up 114-103. Brunson finishes off a stellar night.
Brunson, a season-high 38 points. Works against the rookie Jason Richardson. Takes him to the three-point line. Tip of the circle. Rocks back. Fires and hits. 40 points for Jalen Brunson.
A season-high 40 points for Jalen Brunson, who had that run of 30-point games. Reaches 40 on this night. 16 of 27 from the floor. The Knicks, as a team, shot 61% for the game and get a 132-120 win over the Orlando Magic. They're up to 18-7 on the season and on to the NBA Cup Finals for this Knicks team in Las Vegas. The Knicks get it done. The Magic suffer their 11th loss of the season, and him reaching 40 points, we'll call that finished. The Getting It Done play of the game brought to you by Grainger, with professional-grade products for every industry. Grainger has you covered. Call or click Grainger.com or just stop by. Coming up next on NBA Countdown, we'll hear from Tim Bontemps. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
I like things my way. My coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vivgard Hytrulo prefilled syringe, which contains Efgartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VivgardMyWay.com. That's VYVGART myway.com. And talk to your doctor about Vivgard Hytrulo. Brought to you by Argenix.
Quick break. Tailgates are won before the food even hits the grill. That's why you need to go with Kingsford Original Charcoal. It lights fast, burns long, and brings that bold, smoky flavor every time. Since 1920, Kingsford's been the gold standard of grilling. If you're grilling for a crowd, it's the guaranteed way to get the W. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
compared to nationally available conventional charcoal in the USA.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here, wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Okay, guys, maybe we've had a few holiday gift fumbles in the past. I've been there. You've been there. We've all been there. Well, not this year. I've teamed up with the Books Company to bring you the holiday gift that hits every time. The Books Flower Subscription. Modern bouquets delivered fresh every month. And with my promo code Canty, you'll save 25%. Books flowers are fresh cut from the best farms, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. Some are even grown on the side of a volcano. Think about that. No guessing sizes, no wrapping disasters. Just set it and forget it. She gets the bouquet monthly. You'll get all the credit. This is the best husband life hack that scores extra points every time. Starting at $48 plus free shipping, you can skip, cancel, or pause at any time. This is your no-stress guaranteed win. Go to Books.com and use my promo code Canty to get 25% off your first order. Go to Books.com, promo code Canty. That's BOUQS.com, promo code Canty.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Jim Basketball back on NBA Countdown on the heels of the Knicks semifinal win over the Orlando Magic. They put up 132 points to reach the finals of the NBA Cup. Nightcap, a stellar game offering the Spurs with Victor Wembanyama back and Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's get some insight and bring in ESPN senior NBA writer Tim Bontemps. Tim, first off, your takeaways from the Knicks' performance in this first semifinal.
My ultimate takeaway from that game is I really hope we get it as a playoff series this spring, because these two teams really do not like each other very much, and they match up against each other pretty well. I mean, it's a pretty fun contrast in styles with a Knicks team that is one of the three best offensive teams in the league and really won the game by controlling it from an offensive perspective today, and the Magic, who are one of the best defensive teams in the league, obviously missing a key piece today in Franz Wagner. But super fun, up-and-down game, and I really thought whoever was able to control the pace of play and the style of play in terms of making it more of an offensive or defensive game was going to be the one that came out on top. And obviously, with the Knicks putting up a $130 and with Jalen going for 40, they were the ones that obviously were able to do that, and that's why they're playing on Tuesday against either the Thunder or Spurs.
Tim, considering the state of the Eastern Conference, how much pressure is there on this Knicks team to take advantage of this opportunity and win the East, getting to the finals?
I mean, there's a lot of pressure on the Knicks because they have a little bit of an older team, and they came into the season with the expectation of being a co-favorite to make the finals along with the Cleveland Cavaliers. But look, I think there's pressure for all of these East teams because I've never seen a conference, frankly, that's this wide open, where there are 5, 6, 7 teams that you could make a credible argument for winning the conference and getting to the finals. And you just don't get opportunities like this every day. You never know what the conference is going to look like next year, or what team is going to rise up, or what's going to happen. So, but look, the Knicks being in New York, having not made the finals since '99, having fired Tom Thibodeau after making the conference finals for the first time in a quarter century last year, all of that leads to them coming into the season with a ton of pressure on them to make the finals, and the fact that the East is this wide open, and they are sitting there, and they do have Jalen Brunson and Karl Towns and Josh Hart and these guys all approaching 30 years old. Yes, their time is now, and certainly they would be wise to take advantage of the opportunity that's potentially sitting in front of them.
Tim, we are inching closer to NBA trade season. Name players, star players. What's the reality that stars could be on the move at this coming deadline?
I think probably less than people think. I wrote about this today or yesterday with Brian Windhorst on ESPN.com, and the big salary players they're really difficult to move in the current financial landscape around the league. It's just hard to move salaries like, say, the one Anthony Davis has in Dallas, and you then have to take on the next 2 years of Davis making a combined $120 million roughly, right? That's really hard for teams to fit into their books, irregardless of the fact that Davis is now in his mid-30s and misses time with injury, et cetera, et cetera. So, look, with the East being this wide open in particular and teams trying to catch the Thunder out west, I'm sure there's going to be activity. I'm sure there's going to be teams making calls. I'm sure there's going to be teams looking to take advantage of possibilities in front of them. But making the math work is more difficult today than it's ever been, and I think that's going to have a real impact on what we see happen between now and February 5th.
Tim, what's your forecast for Giannis's future in Milwaukee?
I mean, I think the forecast is pretty cloudy, right? And it's really hard to know exactly where this is going to land. Obviously, it was a huge win for the Bucks the other night to come back in the second half and beat the Celtics. Any win they can get without Giannis is huge. But look, John Horst, the GM of the Bucks, has very consistently been aggressive in trying to improve this team by any means necessary to keep Giannis Antetokounmpo in Milwaukee for the long term. I suspect that will be the case again over the next couple of months. I would think the Bucks will overturn every single possibility they have to try to improve this team and get it to the level that they hoped it would be coming into the season, where they could realistically be a factor in the East. Because, look, at the end of the day, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in the Eastern Conference. He is a dominating force. And if they can get some more talent around him, I'm sure they could talk themselves into having a run in the playoffs. And look, these guys get to the conference finals or the finals somehow this spring, maybe that's enough to get Giannis to extend there and stay long term, right? So, to me, before any talk about whether Giannis leaves or not happens, I would suspect the Bucks will do whatever they can to try to improve between now and February 5th. And, you know, look, I didn't see the Miles Turner signing and Damian Lillard wave and stretch coming this summer when it happened. So we'll see if the Bucks can pull another rabbit out of their hat or whether they're going to wind up in trouble.
We're some 25 games into the season, Tim. Which team in the Western Conference do you see being the biggest roadblock to OKC getting back to the finals?
I mean, the injury report, I think. That's no disrespect to these teams. I just think that going back to the summertime, I really didn't think there was enough credit being given to the Thunder for how good they were last year and how good they had the chance to be this year. And look, I mean, these guys have a net rating of 17.2 points per 100 possessions plus. That means they're outscoring teams by 17 points per 100 possessions. The record for that in the history of the sport is the Bulls in 96, who outscored teams by 13.5 per 100 possessions, almost 4 points worse. The Thunder's defensive rating this year is better than any team has had in the last 6 years. And as you know, scoring goes up basically every year, so that number just keeps going up. So they're the best defense in the last several years, and the gap between them and the second-place team, the Houston Rockets, is the same gap as Houston to the Clippers in 25th. Like, they are just demolishing everybody and doing historic stuff. And by the way, doing it with Jalen Williams missing the first 19 games of the season, and with Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein going in and out of the lineup. This is the first game all season they're going to have their starting five available, and they're 24-1, like with a record-setting net rating, right? So just when you think about that and you put all that together, like, yes, Nikola Jokic is awesome. The Houston Rockets are really good. Yep. The San Antonio Spurs team is super fascinating. It's also their first game today with their full starting lineup. I'm very excited to see what they look like. There's a lot of fun, exciting teams out west, but we really should just be talking about right now, can the Oklahoma City Thunder be the greatest team the sport has ever seen? And that, to me, is the question for the next 6 months. Not about can somebody else take them down, but can they accomplish the historic things that truly seem to be possible in front of them.
Yeah, SGA's played 0 minutes, Tim, in 13 of their 25 games thus far in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
How about Wemby? They've been 9-3 without him, but his numbers gaudy this season and his first few seasons in the league. What can we expect to see from him tonight?
Well, I'm watching him out here warm up right now, getting ready for the game. And look, I would expect that he's going to be a little limited in his actions tonight, right? Like, he's probably going to play 20 to 25 minutes. I watched him doing wind sprints to try to get his cardio up yesterday after practice, and he's clearly got to get his legs back, right? I mean, remember, this is a guy who's missed 12 games with a calf strain. Obviously, if you have a calf strain, you're not going to be able to do a ton of running, right? So he's going to have to get his wind back. They're obviously going to be careful with him playing. But, look, there's no question that to get him out here with Stephon Castle, with Dylan Harper, with De'Aaron Fox, out here against this Thunder team in Vegas on the stage at the Cup semifinal, it's going to be really fun. Victor has really wanted to get back on the court for a while. They've really had to hold him off from playing as they wanted to get him 100% back from this calf. I know he's revved up to play. It should be a lot of fun, and hopefully we see some really fun stuff here in this second game after what was a pretty entertaining first game here in Vegas.
He's ESPN NBA senior writer Tim Bontemps. Tim, we appreciate the insight.
Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate you, man. Talk soon.
Okay, the Spurs with Wemby back in the lineup, getting the chance from OKC. Last repeat chance with the Warriors, 2017-2018. Golden State also has the league record with those 73 wins in 2016, which is what the 24-1 Thunder are shooting for this season. Stephen A. Smith put some perspective on that goals and the realities of it.
I'm worried about the NBA. OKC is on the verge of making this season that I was looking very much forward to very, very boring. They're just that dominant. I mean, I'm sitting there like, it doesn't matter who they go against. They are just busting everybody's living, you know what, with no concerns whatsoever. It's so dominant in OKC, even if you had the chance, with all the assets that you had to get Giannis Antetokounmpo, why bother? You don't need them. That's how awesome they are. It's a well-oiled machine. I just don't know what to say. I'm just looking at them like, can anybody beat them? And they go, and by the way, they're going to win 73. If they don't have injuries, they're winning 73 games this year. They're just a juggernaut on both ends of the floor. They do what they want, when they want, and they turn it up when they want. It's like that in OKC.
They make winning plays, baby, and is it ever fun to watch? Jeff Carter's angle three is on the way. Got it! MVP with the trade!
Shea tries by Shepard, lays it up and lays it in. Burrowing to the bucket, crossing over twice, steps back, fires. Angle right three is on the way. Cha-ching at Thunder money ball. Shea says, might be closing time, baby. Settles for a fadeaway three-quarters. It's on the way! Rains it, drains it! Oh, baby, what a shot!
This is what you have with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Consistency at the highest of levels. 20-plus points in 96 straight games. Second longest streak all time in the league. First player in league history to average 30-plus points per game. 55% shooting from the floor and 45% shooting from beyond the arc. The reigning league and finals MVP joined our Doris Burke, PJ Carlesimo, and Mark Kestisher.
Shai, it almost sounds ridiculous to say, but I'll utter the words 24-1. I mean, it's just, are we serious about this? What's this been like, this little run to start the season, this really nice run?
Yeah, it's been fun. Winning is always fun, no matter the form of it, no matter what it looks like. And that's our goal as a team. Like, win the days is what we call it, whether it's the recovery days in between the games, whether it's the game day. Always take the necessary steps to put yourself in the best situation to win. And we've done that so far this season, and that's why we had a pretty nice start.
It's hard to imagine when you've accomplished all the things individually that you've accomplished. Are you jealous of guys that get to play in the fourth quarter?
Not at all. Not one bit, actually, to be honest. Usually I sit because we're winning, and we're going to win no matter what. So that's always fun. And then, honestly, after going through the whole playoff run, understanding how much that takes physically was a big eye-opener for me. And I think these minutes that I can steal throughout the season and really, I guess, tackle them on the end of the season when the games matter the most will be very beneficial. So I don't even trip on it.
Please don't give Chip England credit, but was there any focus in the offseason about three-point shooting, or is that an area you say, go back, I'm looking and I can't figure it out. Back in whatever year that was, you shot almost 420 the one year. Is that something you have focused on or are working on, or it's just evolving?
Yeah, I think I'm just becoming more comfortable as a basketball player. I think once you get to a certain point where, you understand how to shoot it properly mechanically and you get a certain amount of reps, it just becomes, mental. And it becomes, are you taking the good ones? And it becomes, are you willing to shoot through the bad nights and through the misses and the makes and the ups and downs? And I think I'm just continuing to grow in that aspect as my career goes on. I didn't do anything spectacular. I think continue to grow and continue to understand the mental aspect of the game.
You mentioned what the run to the championship required physically, mentally, emotionally. I'm just curious what impact the adversity faced, the 2 7-game series, the losses that were unexpected, all of the hard moments where it was hanging in the balance. What impact did those moments have on this group?
Yeah, I think they showed us who we are when our back's against the wall. And I think that's how you find out who people are in life. When their back's against the wall, they show you. And we responded very well. It definitely added some grays to my hair, just the stress levels. Never been that stressed playing basketball before, but I would do it all over again. It was so fun. And it honestly just made myself a better player and us a better team going through those experiences and having to play through that.
Yeah, they're going for the league record for wins. They're going for the in-season NBA Cup title, and they're going for back-to-back titles led by that guy, the reigning league and finals MVP. The NBA studios on ESPN Radio are presented by Grainger with professional-grade products for every industry. Grainger has you covered. Just call or click Grainger.com or just stop by. Coming up next on NBA Countdown, we'll hear from Tim McMahon talking Thunder, the storm that they brewed up in OKC. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT. Get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, QUO.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada? Yes, please.
Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/streaming and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/streaming.
Running out of time to find the perfect gift? Aura Frames makes it look like you planned it all along. Preload photos, add a message, and send it ready to display. A personal gift they'll love. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frame using promo code SCORE. Don't forget to mention ESPN streaming at checkout. Now go win the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, you know having a trusted partner makes all the difference. That's why, hands down, you count on Grainger for auto reordering. With on-time restocks, your team will have the cut-resistant gloves they need at the start of their shift. And you can end your day knowing they've got safety well in hand. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I like things my way, my coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vyvgart Hytrulo prefilled syringe, which contains Efgartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VyvgartMyWay.com. That's VYVGART myway.com. And talk to your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo. Brought to you by Argenix.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down, before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo crackers.
Touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
From the Grainger Studios, Jim Vasquez back on NBA Countdown, taking you to tip for the Spurs and Thunder's second NBA Cup semifinal from Las Vegas. Oklahoma City tied for the best 25-game start in league history, 24-1. Currently riding a 16-game winning streak, longest in team history. Let's bring in ESPN NBA senior writer Tim McMahon. And Tim, they're shooting for the regular season wins record and made no bones about it. How refreshing is it that Oklahoma City is again making the regular season matter and shooting for this record of wins?
Howdy, Jim. Look, Shea said he absolutely wants the wins record. I don't know that I would say they are shooting for it. You know, I don't think there's going to be a lot of rallying cries around them, but they understand the way that they're winning games, there's going to be a lot of discussion. There's going to be a lot of, at least media focus, external focus on that. And frankly, if they keep this win streak going, we're nearing a point where there's going to be a lot of talk about a potential historic win streak. If they win this one tonight, they're more than halfway to the 71-72 Lakers 33-game record. So I don't think they're going to put themselves in a position where they feel like they are prioritizing history at the expense of being as prepared as possible for the playoffs. But you know, this is a team that handles load management in about the best possible way you can. That's by sitting out their starters during the fourth quarters.
Exactly. Shea hasn't played in 13 of the 25 games. It's kind of built-in load management. All you got to do is run a team off the floor for the first 3 quarters, and you got load management for that fourth quarter, no doubt about it. This is a copycat league, Tim. Teams have chased stars in the past. It appears now that draft picks and building your own stars is back. Has OKC become the blueprint for all franchises?
Yeah, but I don't think it's necessarily. I don't think it's a blueprint that can be replicated, because let's be honest, this thing started when they were able to trade the reigning Finals MVP without ever having Kawhi Leonard on their roster. Right? They were essentially able to trade the rights to Kawhi Leonard to the Clippers in the Paul George deal. That's why they got such a massive package. And look, they were able to get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in that trade. The draft picks were the headliner in the deal. He was considered an intriguing prospect. I don't think anybody, even Sam Presti will tell you, he didn't envision him on becoming an MVP. But just the way they were not only able to accumulate picks, but, I mean, hit some home runs. Jalen Williams, first of all, nobody thought they were going to get a lottery pick that early from the Clippers. And then picking 12, you don't expect to get a guy who in his third year is going to be an all-NBA forward. So, yes, I think the patience, the accumulating picks, there's some things that are maybe the blueprint there, certainly developing
your own talent. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to repeat what the Thunder have been able to do, though.
Yeah, oh, by the way, the gifts keep on coming from the Clippers. They have LA's first-round pick in the coming draft, which could very well be the top pick in the draft in the lottery, considering the season the Clippers have had this year. But along those lines, you wrote a piece on ESPN.com about Chris Paul, now not with the Clippers, and it's been a rough go of it in L.A. for those Clippers. How did he help shape this OKC team?
Yeah, look, he was only with the Thunder for one season. That was Shea's first year in Oklahoma City. It was Lou Dort was an undrafted rookie. Those are actually the only two guys that are still on the Thunder roster from that season. But Chris Paul took those guys under his wing, and it was just understood, hey, off nights in Oklahoma City, Chris's dinner or his chef's going to prepare dinner and come on over and watch hoops. And just, Shea told me that Chris was the first guy who really showed him and taught him how to be a professional. He felt like he benefited more from all the off-the-floor stuff, how to take care of your body, weightlifting, nutrition, those sort of things, learning from Chris Paul off the floor, even more so than on the floor.
Yes, indeed, and they've had one stellar season, and it's 24-1 thus far through 25 games. He's ESPN NBA senior writer Tim McMahon. Tim, we appreciate the insight.
Appreciate you.
Don't forget to tune in to today's trivia question airing later in the broadcast. It is brought to you by Dr. Pepper. We're talking about 25 game starts. The Spurs off to their best 25 game starts since the 2016-17 campaign at 20-5, and they get Wemby back tonight. One guy that's awfully excited about it, guard De'Aaron Fox, who joined our Doris Burke, PJ Colissimo, and Mark Kestisher.
Well, De'Aaron, having Wemby back for the semifinals Saturday, the way you guys have been playing as of late, and you're facing Oklahoma City that's 24-1, like what's the excitement level for you guys going into the semi?
I think guys are ready to play. Obviously, we've been missing Vic, and we want Vic back, but I do think we've been playing well. And I think what he does, we want him to obviously come out here and continue to be himself, but he just adds to what we've been doing, and I think he makes us better on both ends of the court.
Dan, I don't want to jump too far ahead because we're 25 games in, whatever we're in, but you're closing in on 10 years in the league. One chance to play in the playoffs, 7 games. When you came to San Antonio, when you saw some of these, I'm calling them young guys that you're playing with, was be improving as you guys have as a team and making the playoffs going to be certainly a big part of the goal each year?
Yeah, 1,000%. I think that's why, we let that be known. I felt like, they have such a talented group. Obviously, a lot of times with that comes growing pains. But I felt like I could push that forward. I could help push that forward. And I think some people think that we're exceeding expectations, but I think the guys in the locker room and in that building, we all feel like we're right where we need to be.
Again, I'm treating you like you're an old veteran. You're not. You're a young veteran, but still closing in on 10 years. For people that don't see him day in and day out, you were here at the end of last year and now, how good is Victor Wembanyama?
I mean, I think everybody knows he has a chance to be, if not one of the greatest players ever. And it isn't just about his ability because, some of that he was just born with, but just the seriousness that he takes his craft every day, night in and night out. He always wants to get better. And with that, it's off the court and on the court. It's not just physical. It's the mental part of the game. And he has that, and he's continuing to develop.
I think you're looking opposite a team that, as good as you guys and dynamic as you are off the bounce, they are set up to try to take that away. As a guy with the ball in his hands a lot, De'Aaron, what are the keys to attacking this defense?
I mean, they protect the paint as well as everybody, as well as anybody, and it's not just as far as blocking shots. Like, they put bodies in front of the ball. With that comes, I think we have so many guys who can play make, who can touch the paint, but with that comes a lot of kickouts. They don't want teams to live at the rim, and they're not going to let you live at the rim. So you're going to get open shots, and at the end of the day, you got to be able to make the open shots. Obviously, a lot easier said than done. They speed up teams. They turn teams over. So, we know key to winning the game is you have to be able to take care of the ball. And then coming down the other end, they have the MVP. So it's hard. You're not just going to stop them. You just try to slow them down and try to make other guys beat you.
De'Aaron Fox, Spurs guard here at the Emirates NBA Cup in Las Vegas. I know injuries have kind of kept you guys from all being together for long periods of time, but when you learned you were being traded to San Antonio, the way things are going now, is this what you envisioned how this team could play?
Definitely. Like I said, I saw the talent that they had in this locker room, and I felt like I'd be able to add to that and just make this team better on both ends of the court. And I think we're doing a pretty solid job at that right now, but obviously there's always room to grow.
You obviously saw what Greg Popovich did over his long stay as a head coach of the San Antonio Spurs, and Mitch Johnson is young but seemingly older than his age. Can you talk about the job that Coach Johnson has done stepping into those big shoes and thriving here early?
Yeah, I think he's been great. Obviously, going into that position last year where you don't expect that you're going to end up being the head coach for a team, going into that year. Obviously, there's a lot of, growing pains with that, from, having a young team to being a new head coach, not knowing that you're going to be in that position. But just going on through the off season and everything that I think that we did, I think it was great. And I think it set us up for success this year. And I think they've done a hell of a job at that.
Good luck here at the NBA Cup. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Boy, this team has been fortunate in the lottery, that's for sure, over the last few years. That's another thing to consider. For Oklahoma City, 50th neutral site game in their franchise history, which dates back to the Seattle Supersonics. Second in the last 50 years. They had 48 neutral site games as the Seattle Supersonics franchise in the 67-68 campaign, 72-73 as well. That's Did You Know, brought to you by Kohl's. From jerseys to tailgating must-haves and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Oklahoma City has won 8 of the 10 meetings with the Spurs since the start of the 22-23 campaign. For a look ahead, what might be the two teams that seem poised to control the West for the near future, here's George Sedano, Doris Burke, PJ Carlissimo, and Mark Kestisher.
Jim, thank you very much. A new crowd filing into T-Mobile Arena, getting set for the Thunder and the Spurs, and we'll see who will take on the Knicks in the championship game on Tuesday. PJ, I'll start with you. I think the most remarkable stat I've seen from this 24-1 start for the Thunder is they've actually led games for longer, leading by 20 points, than they have trailed in any game this season. I mean, they have dominated on their way to this 24-1 start.
Their numbers are absurd. I mean, I'm fine to writing down my 1 through 30, who's in the top 10 in the league or bottom 10 or where they stand. All I got is 1s and 2s next to OKC. I mean, they lead in everything. What blows me away, too, the specialty points. People talk about the so-called specialty points. They're incredible in all 4 of those. Points off turnovers, points in the paint. They don't foul people. Second chance points, fast break points. They're one on the offensive end. They're one on the. Not only do they score the most, they give up the least. So, I mean, go wherever you want to go. 3-point shooting, interior play, fouls committed, rebounding. They excel. They're the best team in the league right now by a significant margin.
They are highly uncomfortable to play against. Turnovers are absolute death. The elite defenders just keep coming. The rotations are precise. They're crisp. They have rim protection. They have versatile defenders. And just keep in mind, there has been incremental improvement almost across the board. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is now a better passer and playmaker than he was. His 3-point shooting is now a legitimate weapon, so the MVP is more of a problem. I mean, they won games without their second-best player, and they were doing it by 20-point margins. Listen, they could be, before the season is over, the best team in NBA history.
Right.
The numbers are going to back up that argument, Kesty.
Well, we kind of pencil in heavy number 2 pencil, Oklahoma City. They're going to have to prove it in the springtime. But if OKC is the now, the San Antonio Spurs quickly, PJ, have all of a sudden entered the fray where they could be in that Western Conference Finals competition. And Victor Wembanyama is coming back after a 12-game absence today.
Well, no, we're watching Victor warm up out there in front of us. No, what they've done without him is incredible. Victor's missed 12 games. De'Aaron Fox, 8. Stephon Castle, 9. Dylan Harper, 10. Luke Cornett, 8. But the team we talked about, Kesty, you and Doris, we hit on all the numbers. How about these numbers? Jalen Williams has missed 19 games. J-Dub, Jalen Williams. Holmgren's missed 4. Wiggins has missed 11. Isaiah Joe, 8. Hartenstein, 6. Lou Dort, 9. Alex Caruso, 9. Guess what? It hasn't made any difference at all. Mark Daigneault just puts 5 other guys out there. They defend at a level. We bragged in the first game about OG Anunoby, Desmond Bane, Jalen Suggs, what good perimeter defense that is.